Boom. There you go. Hopefully that is working. Yes, it looks like it is.
Yes.
Hello, gang. Welcome back to Workbench Live with me, a Festa 67's workshop from eModels, and this bloke.
Hello.
Yes,
Foxx
folks.
Model Making Guru. Hello.
Absolutely, yes. And we are back live on a Wednesday at long last, just to occupy and entertain you folks. So bear in mind, this is a show for our good friends over at eModels, so if we can not mention other retailers, suppliers, etc., and keep it family friendly, folks.
Yes. eModels.co.uk, your one-stop shop.
As for all your model making needs, not some of them, all of them. All of them. And for all your goddamn needs. There's all of that. Some of that. Anyway, let's have a look-in-low at who's in the chat. There's me and Fox saying hello, everyone. The lovely Jackie is in. Jackie from Jacqueline Crochet, or Crafting with Jacqueline, should I say. We've then got Erwin Night Singing, saying evening all. Good evening, Erwin. Hope you're doing all right, my friend. Lovely to see you in. Peaches is in from Scout Modelling Chaos. It's all your fault, Peaches. All of your fault. It's you.
All your fault.
You. And he's saying hi, Carl, and he's also saying audio and video is good and it saves you from asking. There you go, mate.
I see. He's taking Jeff's place, isn't he?
He is.
Graham's place. Is it Jeff or Graham that does that? It's Graham, isn't it? No, it's Jeff.
No, it's what's his chops? Graham.
Graham, yeah, it's Graham that does that.
Yeah, Graham and Maggie, innit? Or no, Jeff Light even. Jeff Light and Maggie.
Jeff Light, that's one.
It, yeah.
We got there in the end.
We got there. Yay, Bobbins. Yay, Festa returns and the other bloke. Yes, thank you, Bobbins. Nice to be back. And I would like to say a big thanks to everyone that reached out as well, just to check up on me. It was very nice. And yeah, apologies for my little blip, but we're back. Sarah Jane is in. She says, hi all, and especially the lovely Colin. Thank you very much, Sarah Jane. That is, it means a lot. But yes, it is good to be back, but that's enough of that. We don't want to know why I haven't been around. First things first, how's you and how's me mum? That's the most important question.
Well, you don't really care about me, so let's just say I'm fine. Mama Wolf is fine.
I don't care about you.
No, it's all about Mama Wolf. She's fine. She sat downstairs with her iPad and a telly, and she's been eating corned beef butties with mustard, and she had some little McNuggets as a snack for a dinner.
Oh, right, you're a little McNugget.
And she only got a little appetite, so she had a little tiny box with 6 nuggets, and I gave her a few chips, and she ate all of it except one single fry.
Oh, bless her.
And I said, what's wrong with that fry? And she went, don't like it.
Oh, bless. Don't forget as well, folks, bench, belly, beverage, biscuits. Yes. Mm-hmm. What's on the belly? What's in the bench? Or what's on the bench? What's in the belly even? What's your beverage? And what is your biscuit of choice? Yes. Straight in is peaches. Belly, beef and tomato pot noodle later. The only and the correct choice.
You were so close, Peaches, but then you went...
At the moment, he's having Maltesers and orange mini eggs. Bench is the 35th Humvee. Beverage, a Tizer. Didn't realise that was still a thing. Biscuits, none at the moment, but later will be bourbons. Ooh,
okay,
nice.
Your bourbons have made up for the fact you had the wrong colour pot noodle, but still.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. It's a splendid choice of pot noodle, mate.
Yes. Anyway, never mind that. How are you and how's my mum?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, I'm fine. Mama Festa, yeah, she's all right, mate.
Still fighting everybody?
Yeah, she's still fighting the system, bless her.
I've just heard the biscuit tin downstairs explode.
Yeah, she's all right, mate. Still putting the world to rights, which is what I want.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah, Winnie's fine as well. The indomitable Winnie is now worked her way back downstairs, which I'm happy about. So she's on the mend.
Winnie is my second other mum.
She is a legend in her own right.
Like your mum's my other mum, and Winnie's my honorary other mum.
Exactly.
Because they come as a pair. You can't have one without the other. So.
Yeah, she says she's looking forward to having her next stock take. Now, I didn't know how to take that.
Yeah, it's like And when they come around and see what you've moving on.
Yeah, moving on. So so I don't know whether she means she's venturing out to take all of someone else's stock. I don't know.
Stock, yeah. She's gonna add some more stuff to the room full of boxes of video recorders.
Oh, bless her! But
the VCR room.
Yeah, that's Winnie for you. But yeah, she's back on the mend, so I'm happy. The world needs Winnie.
Now, what are you doing tonight, my friend?
What am I doing? I am doing a bit of wood on the milk crates and things like that. I'm going to be doing a bit of churns, painting me barrels, because if you remember rightly, I've done all my little hand grooves for all of the wood grain and all of that. So I'm
so good.
Doing a bit of that tonight. I started me figures. Let's just bring that out and see if I can do it without dropping it. I started the figures the other day on Monday, so he started basing the figures.
He looks very precious without the things in his hand. He looks like he's doing a bit of a flounce.
Yeah, he looks like he's standing there going.
They're good. I'm a princess.
Yeah, so I've started that. Bob Hoskins as well. He's got a bit of flesh. He's looking rather mean. Yeah, you want some? So I've decided I might put a pork pie and a goatee on him. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Do it.
So they're coming along. So I've been doing a bit of that, but I thought I'd do a bit on me barrels tonight. Paint me wood and start a bit of that. Is this the point now then where I say to you, unscripted, and what are you doing tonight, Fox?
That wasn't my actual reason for asking you that. It was more just so people would know what you're doing. But yes, tonight I'm starting something new because I finished the orc that I was doing. I finished that off camera last week.
Do you want to go big screen?
No, it's fine. After you can if you want. Actually, yeah, if you wouldn't mind. I suppose they can see it.
Yeah, go on now.
After it, let me press the button. Hang on. Whoop. I forgot I've got the button.
It's all right. I'll put my brush down and I'll press it. Then being
I've done it. There you go. After we finished the show on Monday, I got it finished. So I just finished up all the paperwork, did all the metallics. Put some texture on the base, and there you go. That is our Orc Mega Boss, Orc War Boss in Mega Armor. I'll take some properties. In fact, I posted some pictures up in the eModels Facebook group and on the page, but they weren't great, so I'll do some proper photos. So that is that little fella done. So because that's done, come on full screen. Because he's finished, I can start on the next thing, which is from the instructions, Lord Kroak, who is basically an old mummified lizard dude on a floating thing. It's all very Aztec and Mesoamerican style.
He's a bit like you then, old and mummified. See what I did there? Did you see what I did?
I have taken note of this thing that you did.
You've got to admit, that was good. Come on.
Nah, it was kind of an easy feed line.
It was, wasn't it? But,
he's like a gnarly old lizard dude. So I'm going to build him. It's only got 3 sprues, but it's got like a really complex paint job. So there's lots of jade and stonework to paint, and fleshy bits. So that's going to be interesting. And I've never painted a Seraphon before, so I've got to paint a skink.
It's the correct answer, Peaches. Yes, he said. You know, when you said it was my fault, are you referring to me getting you addicted to a hunting game? Yes. But it's well worth it, mate. Do you play it out of interest yourself, Paul? I'm curious to know. Is it a game you play regularly? Bobbins, belly, bolognese and pasta. Bench has finished the FX Buccaneer. Ding.
Oh, yeah. Ding.
Erwin says, lovely paint job on the figures, Festa. Literally, mate, that is the first base layer. I've got to go in and do some highlighting, brush work on the muscles and things like that. But that's literally just the first base layer gone down, just to pink them up a bit.
He's got to go in on the muscles and cockles. Alive.
Yeah.
Alive.
So, yeah, there's a fair bit more to do on them, but I need to break out the microscope to finish them because I kind of can't quite see the detail now.
Yeah. Welcome to my world of painting tiny things.
So, yeah, I'll bring the microscope out and set that up and bung that so that it captures the image. That's the plan. So I want to play with the setup during the week.
I keep meaning to get one of the microscopes because there's only so far my flip down lenses can help me at 4 times diopter.
Yeah. So that's...
I can't...
Go on.
I was going to say, I can't wear the over-the-head, visor things. They're just too uncomfortable for me.
No, they hurt my head.
Yeah, but I don't mind the glasses, the one that clipped your glasses. They're great. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, they hurt my head, to be honest with you.
What were you going to say?
Well, what I just said, they hurt my head.
No, you were going to say something before I started.
Oh, I can't remember that because you spoke, so I lost my train of thought, mate. I know.
Me and my talking.
Nah, it's just me and my dodgy memory, mate. Man of a certain age, mate.
We are both men of a certain age.
Jackie says, belly with sausage rolls, baked beans and new potatoes.
Sausage rolls.
Peachy says, I do play it, but currently have a busted controller. It's got drift lock. I bought a few DLCs for it. Got both dogs, a modern weapons pack, a lodge and a night vision. Oh, mate, your controller, mate. I'm about to put some new thumbstick. It's easier if I show you what I mean. I'm about to solder 2 of them in on mine.
Replacement thumbsticks.
Yeah, replacement thumbsticks, mate. So, yeah, I'm about to do that. Because the eagle-eyed will know recently I did a video on my Elite controller where I reskinned it. And, yeah, it's got a little bit of drift lock on the left thumb. So I'm just going to swap out the little controller. So if you want yours done, Paul, I'll solder a new one on, mate. I don't mind.
For those that don't know, Festa is a hardcore gamer now.
I wouldn't have said that. No. I now realise I've just opened myself up, haven't I? Because you're going to now grass me up for what happened yesterday.
You can't sit there and say you're not a hardcore gamer when you've actually just taken apart your Elite controller and rebuilt it.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah.
It does look nice, though.
Can I tell them what yesterday was like? Tell them.
Why are you asking me? You know you're going to.
It's up to you, but I'm going to tell them anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So why lull me into a false sense of security?
I like to make you think you've got some sort of sense of agency in this matter.
Yeah, I know I'd lost that years ago.
Yeah. Well, we were hanging out yesterday. We were playing on Xbox, and I was playing Stalker, and he was playing this hunting game. What's it called? Call of the Wild.
Hunter Call of the Wild. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's totally smitten with this game, right? He's totally fallen for this game. He loves it. But of course, our Festa, the last game Festa played was like Grim Fandango in like 1876 on Steam, on the Steam powered console. So it's all new and shiny to Festa. I don't know which pit I've just cut off the Sprue 4. That was that one. And so he's constantly being amazed by all the stuff that we take for granted because we've just kind of grown up with all this stuff. So, apart from the fact he's completely smitten with his dog.
Oh, yeah, Gary, yeah, bless him.
Like, we're sitting there, like, because we're all both playing our own games and we're just chatting. We're just using game chat to just chat.
Yeah, Xbox party, isn't it?
Yeah, like you would on a phone call or anything like that. But while I'm sitting there playing my game, and we'll just sit there quietly for 10 or 15 minutes playing our games, and he's, every now and then, I'll be like, come on, Gary, have a belly rub, who's a good boy. And he's so enamored with his dog.
Yeah, I may have whistled to him a few times, more than once, and yeah.
He talks to this dog like it's a real dog, but that's not the best bit. The best bit was he got this hunting lodge, and it's a big, proper big building. Now, most of us are used to like modern games and the level of detail you get in things. But because this is all new to Festa, I had to spit out my coffee at one point when he went, "Oh my God, I don't believe it," dead loud. He may have said some other words as well, I can't repeat.
Yeah.
And I said, what? Is it a bison again trying to take you out? He said, no, I just opened this door and there's like a toilet. Yeah. Why would you put that in the game? It don't need, it's like, why would you put a toilet? Yeah, and it blew his mind that developers had put a room in there and you open the door and there's a toilet in there with a toilet roll and a wash basin.
Yeah, wash basin, soap on the side and all of that.
He's like, this is insane. Why would you do that? And then there was like a little sort of inflatable alligator in the swimming pool. And he's like, I don't understand why they've done this.
Barbecue,
details. Yep.
And then the washing machine with the little vibrating tumble dryer. Oh, mate, mint.
His reaction was just like, it was so charming because he's not used to this. Like, so the last kind of games he did were point and click LucasArts adventures.
Yeah, and then look round and Gary's in bed with his little dog bowl with biscuits. It's like, yeah.
So it's like I just watching Festa be completely enamoured of this like virtual world,
look,
like a child.
I'm not addicted just because I've got a picture of Gary on my phone. It's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. But if you've ever watched the video of the Nintendo kid from the late 90s where he gets a Nintendo 64, opens it for Christmas and goes absolutely bananas, That's basically Festa.
Now I know why you wanted me to live stream it. Because me sitting there going, oh, there's a phone. Oh, look, there's a desk fan. Yeah, and people would go, yeah, really?
But you know what makes it even better? Even better is I gifted him a game called Unpacking. Right, and this game is called Unpacking, and basically all it is you have a box of stuff and you unpack it into your bedroom. That's it.
That's it, yeah.
It's like you start off with your childhood bedroom and you unpack all, then you get your first bedroom at university and you unpack all the stuff and put it on shelves. That's all it is. You unpack this box and you put things on shelves. And he's playing this, he's like, well, it's quite nice, this game. He's quite enjoying it. And then he lost his mind because when he'd unpacked everything, the box folded up.
Oh, I thought that was mint.
He's like, oh, the box folded up.
Yeah,
of all the things to be excited about, it's so charming.
Yeah, but it's a whole new world, isn't it?
Yep. So if ever somehow you have chance to like just listen to Festa play a video game,
yeah. Now, like I say, I know why you wanted me to stream it because it would surprise people how childish I am. Really,
I wouldn't say childish. It's just charming because it's all new to you. It's all exciting and new.
It's a whole new world, isn't it? And,
yeah.
It's
like that video where the baby eats chocolate for the first time and just blows its mind.
Yeah. Athol says cod, fish and chips covered in tomato sauce, beverage, prune-flavoured coffee. Oh, that's interesting. Bench closed due to Amish been lodging at mine. Evening, Colin and Fox. Good evening, Athol, mate. Evening. It's good to see you back. Mm-hmm. At the moment, he says, I'm addicted to House Flipper. He spent 7 hours working on one house and only got half of it finished. Oh, what's that? Is that a game?
It's like you've got Unpacking. It's that kind of similar game. Basically, you have a house, you have to do it, clean it and do it up, and then sell it.
Oh, nice one, yeah. Talking of devil, Jeff Light is in. He said, very good evening, Cole Fox, everyone in the chat.
Hello, Jeff.
Bobbin says, another really chilled out game is Dredge. Yes, I mean, for me, recently, where I've been out of the loop, it enabled me to lose myself for a while and get away from real life. And I kind of have found a little thing there that just lets me immerse myself in something else if real life's kicking me. So, big thanks to everyone that recommended I get it because, it served its purpose.
Oh, yeah. Because you just wanted an open world where you can wander around with no pressure, and it's like those hunting games. That's basically what that is.
It was purely by chance. Paul mentioned it. I downloaded it. I did have it on Game Pass, but I've actually since been out and bought it and a bit of DLC. So, but it's enabled me just to lose myself every now and then, and that's what you need sometimes, isn't it? So.
Mm-hmm.
So, for yourself and others that said, it'll do you good, Cole. I get it now.
Yeah. And it is delightful to watch.
Yeah, but he still mocks me.
It won't be delightful when we end up playing games together and you're just headshotting me every 5 seconds because you'll hit that learning curve where you suddenly kick ass with a sniper rifle.
I dropped myself in it with him the other night because he was hunting for something on the menu. And me being me, I just blurted out, go into this, and you'll find it under there. And then he says, you do realise what you just did? I went, what? He said, you gave me Xbox menu movement advice. He said, you're hooked.
Yeah, because it was something I hadn't done in a long time, but that he'd been doing recently, like transferring from one drive to the other.
Yeah.
And he'd been doing a lot of it. And I'm like, I forgot now, where'd you go? I can't remember what you do.
Yeah, and I just reeled it off and he went, you can reel off Games Workshop paints now. Yeah. He said, you just reeled off gaming menu option instructionage to me. I was like, damn it.
Welcome to the next hole of your life.
Yeah, and it's then that I realised the git has got me down another hole.
Yeah. I've been down this hole for 25 years, Colin. It's about time I had some company down here.
Yeah. But I get the addiction. Don't get me wrong, I couldn't do it all day, every day.
No.
But, I mean, the other day I went on there and Fox disappeared to do some painting and messaged me on Messenger, said, how you doing, mate? What did you have for dinner? And I said, might still be on the Xbox. He went, dude, he said, that's a 4-hour session. Yeah. I went, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Good girl.
Well, I managed to get a lot of the waypoints done that I needed doing, so...
here we go. This is the Come and have your dinner. Let me just get to this save point. That's the teenage thing. You're at that point now.
The other day, I was in mid-Gary praising mode, and of course H is next door in the kitchen cooking. So I packs up, goes next door, and she went, "You're mental." Other words may have been interjected into that sentence. I'll leave that for the grown-ups' imagination. To me, I'm like, "Why is that, love?" She said, "Who's Gary?" She said. I said, "My little dog." Of course, I pulls the phone out. I went, "Look, there he is." She went, "Oh my God, he's even got a picture on his phone." Lex was like, straight away, "Hunter Call of the Wild." I went, "Yeah, you're an Xbox nerd." I didn't even have to say it. Yeah. Yeah,
like Lex is full of pride and H is like, "Oh, for God's sake."
Yeah, and she was just like, "You boys just never grow up, do you?" And I was like, Yeah, she's kind of right, isn't she?
have you told H what your new nickname for her is yet? That you came up with?
I can't even remember what it was, mate. She's going to beat me up when she finds out.
The one when you were saying how I said she'd done something, and I said, "Wow, it's like living with Gibbs."
Yeah, Hibbs, was it?
Hibbs.
Yeah, Hibbs.
Hibbs.
Yeah, she gave me the Gibbs look earlier for something. I can't remember what it was.
It doesn't matter. You probably deserved it.
Yeah, I might have been. Yeah, but I'm still in the good books.
Yeah.
Which is really quite nerve-wracking, if I'm honest.
Yeah. It's like not having the sniper scope laser light on you yet. It's just you don't get comfortable. It's not comfortable. You're like, I don't want this feeling.
Yeah, and big hello to Jeff, mate. Big hugs to Maggie as well, mate. Out there, hello Maggie, all right, my darling.
Hello.
Athol saying hi, Jeff and Maggie, and the Bobbins, yes, folks. So, what have you all been up to in the chat? What you're currently building? I know we've done bench and belly, but yeah, what's your plans? What you got coming up, folks?
Yes. What is the current thing that is attracting your attention?
Yeah.
I need a round file. It's probably the first time I've ever used it, and that's not a round file.
But,
I had a traumatic disaster the other day. My world's favoritist in the world file, one of these little things from B&Q from about 30 years ago. I've had them forever. And it was a little flat file. And it was the best file in the world ever.
Yeah. And you broke it.
Well, I had to prise two things apart, and I was like, I couldn't find a spudger, so I thought I'll just get this file in there to prise these two bits of plastic apart a little bit, and it went ping. I'm like, how did that break? It's only plastic, what? So I was most upset.
Oh, so, did you let out a little sob? You did, didn't you?
Yeah, so I've got my little Meng file now that came in my little Meng set.
Oh, Lamekins.
It'll do. It'll do.
Oh, show me on the dolly where the horrible blade got you. I could send you a packet of them. I think I've got another packet, the little file sanders.
No, it wouldn't be the same. I got you, because it was weird, because I'd never been happy using metal files, but this one file, I don't know whether it was gentle enough, or it was so old that it had become dull, and it was perfect for getting a smooth finish on plastic, even though it was a metal file. Because I've never been a big fan of metal files, but...
No, some, like say, I got a set of the generic set that you get in the little pouch, you know, and some of them have got their uses, others are about as much use as handbrake on a canoe, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They have their place, they're there, but I don't use them
massive
on a
canoe
amount.
Could be handy. Depends what kind of turns you want to pull.
So we did there.
Yes. So anyway, watching Festa play video games. I don't know if you ever have the chance. I don't know how anybody would ever have. If you ever have the chance to listen to him playing a game, please take it. It's fun to watch.
You never know. You might end up seeing a random live come up one night when I'm feeding Gary, because he calls me. This is the thing, right? And this is my justification for playing, is I've got a conscience, and I sit here and I think, oh, bless him. He's been alone all day. He must be getting hungry.
Yep.
And the first thing
Plus
I did when I went in last night was I tickled him, played with him. I was like, oh, he's a good boy. And yeah. And there's giggling coming from the background. And I'm like, what are you laughing at? He said, you pillock.
It doesn't help that, like, the first day he played it and he said, I've got this dog and it's really adorable. And he said, I'm gonna head off now. I said, I might go back on later. And I said, don't let Gary die. If he doesn't get attention, he'll die. And you're like,
Yeah, that was it.
I knew that when I said it.
I looked in his eyes and he looked at me just as I was about to log out. And I thought,
he's like, don't
just
kill me,
gave me
Dad.
puppy dog eyes. I can't leave now.
He's like, he's there going, when you turn this off, will I sleep? Will I dream?
Yeah. I was like, oh no, what are we going to do?
It's when you try and turn the Xbox off and he's going, Daisy.
I swear Blindy whimpered to Spalding when I came off. So, no. Yeah, but he loved his little bed in the lodge. He was proper happy in there. Yeah, you can see where this is going to end up, can't you?
Yeah. Actually, seeing that picture of him in his little dog bed actually gave me the idea for what I'm going to get Mum all for her birthday.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of what to get her for her birthday, so this year I'm going to get her, and it sounds really weird, I'm going to get her some big floofy dog cushions.
Oh, bless her.
Because she sits on the sofa downstairs, but she's got these massive, like, you get the big ground cushions for dogs, and they're like about 3 foot square and big plump things. She's got 2 of them that she leans on, and they're a bit tatty now. So I thought I'll get a couple of big floofy dog cushions.
Digger Evans Model Railway is in, saying good evening. Hello, Digger. How are
Good
you
evening,
doing, my friend? Lovely
evening.
to see you
Yes.
in. Athol says, what is on the agenda for the next build has to be a Necromunda scenery, landing pad and radar unit. Oh, look forward to seeing that, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah, that'd be
mate.
good. I've actually got all the scenery from my Warhammer Conquest part work in the loft because I'm like, I'm never going to get around to painting it and it takes up so much space. It's just a box in the loft. I got to paint all the minis for that, but yes.
Yeah, I was looking at my 2 big boxes of to be painted and was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, one day. Well, I had to tidy up and moved a big chunk of my stash from the spare front bedroom to this room because I threw out a load of stuff and I had sudden space. I'm like, I can move all. So I've got all my Forge World kits.
Yeah.
I sat on top of my display cabinet and my wardrobe now. Well, there's like not wardrobe, it's a bookshelf thing. I know, but that means it's like a whole stack of. If you've ever seen like stuff from Forge World, and we can talk about Forge World because you can't buy Forge World anywhere apart from the one store and online, so it's not like it's eModels competition. But they come in white boxes. They're like white label box, and they're just mysterious and teasing and very sexy. And so I've got a whole stash of mysterious white boxes full of exciting resin, and it just calls to me every day, and I'm like, oh.
He said, how's your stash? I built all mine. Yeah. It called to me one week and I just binge built resin all week, and it was like, yeah.
Well, I'm sitting there. I could turn around now and see it, and I'm sitting there thinking, in one of those boxes is a gargantuan squigoth.
Yes, mine's sitting just to the left of me, yeah.
And next to it is a regular squigoth that I called a baby squigoth.
Yeah.
And I've got all my grot tanks and everything else. So, yeah.
Because I 3D printed my own head and all of that lot, so yeah.
Your own head.
I know.
Not literally your own head.
Oh, no, not my head. No, it's a squig-off head. But
put your head on a squig-off. I
think that would work.
You could give your squig-off a pork pie.
Yeah.
Or would it be an orc pie?
So he did there.
God, I'm a genius.
Yeah. You do realise I could end up scanning Gary and printing out a little Gary.
That'd be so cute. Might need a few polys added, but I reckon it's a do. I'm realising now that this model's going to be a slow build, even though it's only got like 1.5 sprues. There's lots of vines and they're taking forever to clean up.
Yeah, I can't see that being a fun weekend build, mate.
No, but I'm looking forward to it so much though, because it's all stuff I'm not familiar with. Like there's lots of jade, and there's gold and metals, and there's vines and leaves and things. It's all like looking forward to it. Exciting things I've not tried painting before. Plus, I've never painted a skink.
A what?
It's one of the little dudes, one of the little Seraphon dudes. They're called skinks.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's basically a Games Workshop's equivalent of the Dungeons and Dragons lizard man. Little blue
Oh,
lizard
right,
dudes.
yeah.
They're quite adorable. I kept meaning to get into Seraphon because it's all like dinosaurs and stuff.
Well, it's just something different, isn't it? It's away from the run-of-the-mill stuff that you've been doing, isn't it? So, yeah.
It's not all 40k.
Something different for you, mate.
Yeah, a bit more organic than a tank and stuff.
Organic, did you say?
I see what you did there. Hole boy.
Yeah, I won't do it again. I'm not in the hole.
No, not in. You're not in the hole. You are the hole.
Vigorous defence there, folks.
Yep. Not vigorous enough, but it was vigorous. So, folks in the chat, if you play video games, what games are you playing at the minute? Give us something to talk about.
Yeah. What is your go-to game of choice?
Yeah, at the minute I am playing through the Stalker trilogy because they've just released it on Xbox and PlayStation. Never been on the console before. And it's as hard as nails. It's a proper vintage,
proper manly man name, is it?
Yeah, it's a proper hardcore, like, first person. It's not like you run around Call of Duty nonsense where you just point the gun and shoot. No, this is like, you need to aim and hope you're not too far away. And also, you might not hit the target anyway because you might be rubbish with that gun. I'm really enjoying it.
Mind you, I did get killed by a herd of escaping bison.
You did.
Or stampeding bison. Yeah, they come from nowhere, they did.
He jumped last night when we were sitting talking. He went, ah, and said a swear word. I said, what happened? He said, bison just jumped out from behind this bush.
Yeah, just come legging it from behind this bush out of the trees. I was in the Silver Lake or Ridges or whatever. Yes, so yeah. Silver Ridge Lakes, whatever. Yeah.
I said, how does a bison hide behind a twig? He's like, it was a big bush.
Yeah, it was, as I said to him many times, it's a forest full of evergreen trees, but
yeah,
in Fox's mind, I should have seen it coming, even though it's behind a load of trees.
I like this idea of this big, massive bison hiding behind a really small bush, kind of going, is there yet? Is he there yet? Shh.
Yeah.
I'm not a canoe. I'm a canoe. Shh, go away.
Yeah.
Scale Modelling Chaos says, how can you tell you're in trouble with the missus? She speaks to you.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Hugh Gordon's in, says, evening, Cole Wolfie, and all in chat. Evening, Hugh.
Hello, Hugh. How you doing, my friend? Lovely to see you in, mate. Hope you're keeping well.
Yeah. Steve says, at the moment, I'm playing modded Minecraft.
Oh,
never
nice.
tried Minecraft. I think I tried it very briefly once, but many years.
Yeah.
Hugh Gordon says, I wash my feet in a bison.
I see what you did there.
I've got the exploding nose, hang on. And Peaches says, I'm looking at getting the remastered 1990-2000s Tomb Raider game. Spent entire evenings in my late teens playing. Yes, they're supposed to be very good.
Yeah, all day long.
I went to the sweepstakes to try and win those. Because I'm not that interested that I pay for them, but I'm interested if I get them for free. So.
Oh, yeah, free's your middle name, innit?
Oh, yeah, if I can get something for free. So I've entered the sweepstakes.
They could spot a freebie from 100 metres away, mate.
Yeah. They've just released the remastered Dark Forces on Xbox. And they're about to, I think, this month or next month, release the remastered System Shock that I never played in the 1990s. The Bobbin says, I once had a live yak come up to me in a field. And his first thought was, how the hell did I get to Nepal?
Yeah, don't say it, Cole. Don't say it. Don't even say it.
And Digger Evans says, Digger Evans Model Railways in and says, wild bison in Kent again, recently reintroduced.
Oh, nice one.
Ooh, bison are huge. As you found out when you turned around that twig.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a biggie. Gary had me back, just stood there and went, whoa. Okay.
Gary knew exactly what to do, and what to do involved running away very fast and not caring about you at all. He knows his place.
Yeah.
He's like, Dad, are you in trouble? Yeah, okay, well, let me know when it's passed.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gary. I've glued together the first two components.
I'm proud of you,
Kroak.
soldier.
It's all stonework and jade work.
Oh, you've done well there, mate. 35 minutes in and you've glued your first two bits together. God,
Yeah.
are you ill? That's a speed record for you, mate.
I've been
You need to
carefully.
slow down a bit, mate.
I've just noticed you won't see. Oh, I've got to show this. I've got to show this on camera. Let me go full screen. I don't want to change my focus because it'll kill everything. But you won't notice this. But Here's this piece, right? That little bleb there is a tiny, tiny, tiny frog.
Oh, lovely.
It's a tiny frog. It's so cute. It's got eyes and everything. I'll be painting that. It's the world's tiniest little... It's great. It's even got individual toes.
And he says to me about being blown away by gaming things. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tiny, tiny frog. I'd never painted a frog before. Yay. I like frogs.
You're a tiny frog.
Well, thank you. We get loads of frogs in our driveway because we've got a pond at the back.
Yeah.
And they're always like making their way to the gate to the driveway, and I would pick them up and take them back to the pond. And I bet they're all like, I've just taken all day to get there.
Yeah. I've walked all this way and he's got to pick me up and put me back again.
Git.
Probably trying to find his lost little baby frog. Just as he's heard it whimper, you picked it up and took it all the way back again.
They are cool, though. You ever held a frog?
Yeah. Yeah, used to have them when I lived at home with Mum. Because we had the big old pond with the koi carp in and all of that.
Oh, yeah. Koi carp. Okay, I don't know in any way what way round this goes. Like that, I think. Yeah, you get them in your hand and you can feel them doing their breathing thing. It's quite cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I found a little lizard on our driveway once.
Really? I used to like slow worms. Do you remember them?
Yeah, I found one in a car park at work once, and I had to kind of rescue it and take it to the grassy area. We're in the middle of an industrial estate.
They were the thing, weren't they, back in the day, slow worms?
Well, I'd never seen one before. One of the guys were like, "Oh no, it's a snake. It could be venomous." I went, "Dude, it's a slow worm. Come on, it's not a snake."
Steve says he's staving to do a refresh of the PC, going from an AMD 3600 with a GTX 1060 to a 5800 X3D with a 7900 GRE. Oh, nice, a big upgrade, mate.
Do you know what any of those mean? I don't know what any of those mean.
Yeah, that's basically, super sexy, mate.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know anything about computers, me.
How is your 386 going? All right, mate, yeah?
Oh, I don't know. I'll upgrade to one of them one day, but for now.
Yeah.
Still got, in our front bedroom, which is basically the spare room where all my stash is, there is, I moved a box the other day and it's like, oh, look, there's the keyboard for Mum's old computer, which is a 386.
Yeah. Still got a 386 up in the loft, mate.
Yeah. I was like, I could turn it on and see if it works.
Yeah.
That was the computer I started out playing games on, that. Well, and the first game I ever played, I think, was Quake.
Oh, right, yeah. I remember hearing a Quake.
Then Dark Forces. Then Dark Forces. And then I didn't really play games much after that until I got a console. Well, until my mom got a console, the PlayStation 2, many years later.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing. My Wolf's 83, 84 this year, and she's had more games consoles than I have.
Yeah, and it's surprising how they've changed that. It's what I'm noticing at the moment, because obviously I went from a modded PS2 straight into the Xbox X, so yeah, it's a different world for me. But especially how game image graphics have gone, and scenery and that, it just blows me mind.
Yeah, like having toilets.
Yeah, it is. It's scenery. I mean, look at that tower I built yesterday. Just looking around at all the mountains, the trees, rivers, and it's all stuff that back when I was gaming, that would have just been very, very blocky backgrounds, wouldn't it? You wouldn't have had that detail. But it's the fact that you could walk up a staircase, zoom in, and you could see every knot, dink in the wood, weathering. Mm-hmm. Just blows my mind, I'm afraid. I think it's, Well,
I was saying to Festa last night, is like, gamers like me, I'm not jaded, but because I started out with like a room in a building would have been 4 walls and a floor and a very simple table, and now it's like a fully furnished room. I've seen it change. I've seen it change gradually, so it's no skin off my nose. But for Festa, it's like you've gone from black and white telly to like 48-inch OLED screens with them. It's like, what?
I can remember back in the day when I was in IT doing DOS games, you know, and
Yep.
you've walked into a room and on your left is a table, and you know, but it was immersive back then because you was allowed your imagination because, you know, you could have 10 people playing that game and everyone would have a different vision of what the room looked like.
Mm-hmm. That's all you had.
But then GUIs come in and that was it. It's like, yeah.
I mean, I remember having playing Quake. My mum's old 386 with a Sound Blaster Pro card in it.
Yeah.
And my friend got Quake 2. I went round to his house, and his PC was, I think, was 486, a bit more powerful than mine. And I looked at it and I was like, my God, it's photorealistic.
Yeah.
And of course, you look at it now and you're like, what? But then, compared to like Quake running at 640 by 480, or whatever it was, whatever the half of that is, it's like, it's just amazing. It's mind blowing.
Oh, yeah.
6 and 7 is what I want.
Oh,
6
yeah.
and 7.
Surprising how it's changed. Makes you wonder what the next generation's going to be.
Oh, God.
It's going to be very VR and orientated, isn't it?
Well, I think VR's taken off that much, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think VR's going to be
They've
there
been
for
trying
a
to
long
flog
time.
it since the days of tomorrow's world, didn't they? Virtual reality. You know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is popular, but it's not, it's still a niche product at the minute because it's just so expensive.
Yeah.
7. What shape is 7? Downside of all these things being organic is I can't just look for the part on the sprue. I have to actually look at the number.
Oh, poor
They're
you.
all random shapes.
That's complicated modelling for you, mate. You're
I know.
going to be all right with that.
For me, it's like I look at the part and say, well, that's a vented shaft cover. I know what that looks like. I'll go and find it.
Oh, that's a big boys buildy-uppy you're doing there, mate. I'm so proud of you.
I've got to look at numbers and everything. That's almost maths. Come on.
Grown up so quick. He really has.
Making me do almost maths.
Let's bring that over there, actually.
I started playing games on a 286, says Steve.
Oh, wow.
Bobbins says, a woman in work today brought a homemade Christmas fruitcake in and I now have the whole thing because nobody else there likes fruitcake.
Nice one. Get in there.
Does it have lashings of some sort of alcoholic beverage installed into it? Like brandy or something? So that it can last 20 years on the side.
Oh, he gets all the XP, mate, for doing that. I'm so proud of him.
You just did a gaming reference in real life.
Did I?
You said XP.
Damn it.
XP.
Damn it.
Such a gamer. Such a gamer, you.
Damn it. No, I'm not.
Yeah, just wait. It won't be long before somebody does something. You go, oh, you level up.
Right, what have we got now? Bit of green, bit of green, bit of green, bit of green.
Little bit of green.
Whilst I'm thinking of that, we have got... Ooh, what do we put on there?
Used to doing your barrels and your milk churns.
Oh, I am, mate. Yeah, I'm just having a Lucky Lou Wildwood. Yeah, a Wildwood.
Painting your bits and bobs.
Get your bits and bobs here, folks. Free for a
All
pound.
the bits and bobs you need.
Yeah, a little bit of Wildwood will go there.
Now, don't forget, folks, this, of course, is a show for eModels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. So do feel free to go along to the store and spend all your money because the guys at eModels love it when you do that. They even send you stuff in return. If you give James, mate, a load of your money, he'll give you stuff in return. It's amazing. And don't forget, of course, there is the new Facebook group, which is facebook.com/groups/scale model addicts with an S on the end. Make sure to, if you've not joined it already, make sure to go and join it.
I'll put a link in a minute. I'll just want, literally, you said that as I picked up a paintbrush and put it in paint.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we've actually got links in the descriptions. I've not done them yet, but yes. Make sure to go along. It's a nice safe space to hang out, show pictures of your builds.
Tell you what, let's clean the brush.
You have to do it now.
No, that's right.
Oops. So make sure to go along and join that.
It's been mentioned, so let's put
on the Monday show.
There you
go. Monday show, we do galleries every few weeks, and we'll get the gallery pictures from there. Gone back to doing gallery stuff now, showing off your work. Make sure to go. Thank you for that, Carl. It smells of brandy, says Bobbins. So it's the old lady's fruitcake, which blows your socks off. If it smells of brandy, it's probably the right kind of fruitcake. Can't say I'm a big fan of fruitcake, though, I must admit. Maybe I've suffered too many... I'm not a big fan of Christmassy type fruitcakes. They're always like... They taste all right, but they're rock hard, and they're like, oh...
Yeah, not normal hard. Rock hard.
Rock hard.
Wasn't he an actor? Oh, no, that was Rock Hudson. That's what I did.
I see what you did there. Rock hard. Isn't that kind of French chocolate?
Yeah.
Where does that bit go? That bit goes... I love the way they put these organic shapes in the instructions, and you can't really see which way around they are. So it's just random shape goes here, and you're like, I can't see how to order in that.
Yeah, if in doubt, yeah.
If in doubt, good luck with that.
Let's just get a bit of green on there.
Go.
Just to start that off.
I get it. There we go. Completely randomness, but it works. And they're doing something quite good here, Games Workshop. They're actually doing a Bandai.
Oh, right.
They're kind of making the edges of all the parts be the little grooves carved into the stonework. So you get all the panel gaps are actually carving lines carved into the stonework.
Oh, right, yeah.
It kind of
nice
hides
one.
That's quite good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Well done, Games Workshop.
I've got a nub on my horn.
You're a nub.
I've actually got the seam line off that like a heathen.
No. Tell me no.
No, I've totally not even seen the seam lines on this. I just cleaned all the nubs off and forgotten about the whole seam line thing. Talking about them seam lines.
Yeah, all the seam lines.
So many seam lines. He says, not singing it.
Yeah.
Very specifically. There
you go. Get your churns here, £3 per pound.
Steve says, A&D's keynote, they were talking about AI-enhanced gaming.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There's a lot of hopes that, like, in the future, that might be the next thing forward is, like...
Yeah.
You know, you walk around a town or a village in a game and there's lots of NPCs there and they've all got, like, you know, scripted lines and they might just do random dialogue that they cycle through to make it look like everybody's alive, but they're not really. It's just working around scripts and stuff. But AI could make them a lot more, just like, you could walk up and just say anything to an NPC and it might be able to sort of have a conversation with you.
Yeah, do you think the whole AI thing is in danger of getting out of hand?
Not in gaming.
No.
I don't know about outside of that. I don't know. Depends what kind of AI. If it's specific AI, like the kind of stuff we've got now, it's not really going to go very far. But
yeah.
But if it's general AI, which can kind of do anything, then that's where it gets kind of interesting.
Yeah, it gets a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because if anybody doesn't know, general AI is more like it's open-ended. It can make more complex decisions, whereas the regular AI is just, it's got a very specific operating purpose, and it kind of just does that. Like, you know, your car's, if your car's got an AI navigation system, it just does AI navigation. It's not going to suddenly...
Yeah, it's not self-aware, so to speak, yeah.
Yeah. So it's general AI that's the interesting bit. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't wait to see how it comes out with gaming, though. That'd be great.
Oh, yeah, that'd be interesting.
They showed a demo where basically the character walks into a noodle bar, very cyberpunk. The player walks into a noodle bar, and there's a guy behind the bar.
Yeah.
And he just starts talking to the guy behind the bar, the noodle bar owner.
Yeah.
But just talking to him. Literally, the player is just saying, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "Oh, not too bad. Have you got any jobs for me?" Yeah, and just having this conversation because the AI character is kind of using the cloud to process what the players said and formulate a response. So rather than having pre-scripted lines, it's actually just making its answers up off the cuff. That was quite interesting. Still not there yet, but.
Yeah. David is in Sprue and Glue saying hello, Colin and Fox. He says, nice to have you back, Colin. It's nice to be back, David.
Yeah.
Like I say, I will do my utmost to be about as much as I can, but there will be times when I need to have a little break. It's just how it is, I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
Those that co-host with me, they know the situation and they know the reasons, and yeah.
Yep.
A big thanks to Fox and Dave for all your support, because it is duly noted and appreciated.
No problem. I'll need it back at some point.
Yeah.
As the old joke goes.
Yeah. There you go. So that can sit just there for a minute. Roll out your barrel.
Roll out your barrels of fire.
The others will have a shade on them, so just want to get that into the nooks and crannies.
Nooks and crannies.
Yeah, your nooks and crannies here. I've got to put all the bands around these barrels yet, but for the moment I want to get all the wood on the darker barrels aged, and then I can do the lighter ones with a bit of Reichland flesh shade.
Good. Can you naming all your shades and stuff?
Look at me, yeah. I'm using wildwood at the moment. Scary, isn't it? Not just ordinary wood.
Or with an I?
But it's wildwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's old wood. Not an I. Yeah, I didn't want to mispronunciate it.
No, I can't remember, because I couldn't remember if it was wildwood, Willa, or Willada.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember, because I know what the names are.
That's yield.
Wildwood.
But yeah, big thanks, David. Thanks for reaching out and sending me a message as well, David. It's massively appreciated. It's nice when people are nice.
Yeah, doesn't cost anything.
It costs nothing to be nice.
Game creators, Steve, we're talking about using more laser scanned images or satellite images for games.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. The photogrammetry is a big thing now. So
yes.
Unreal Engine 5, if you see a pile of rocks, it's based on actual rocks.
That's how I 3D scan my objects for conversion, photogrammetry.
Yep.
Just makes it easier.
Microsoft's Flight Simulator actually uses Bing Maps.
Oh, right, yeah.
So it has the entire world as the playable game space. And, you can find your own street.
Yeah.
Your house. It won't be a realistic representation of your house, because, of course, it's going off the Bing Maps image and kind of approximating it.
Yeah. So it won't have your sharp mouth car then?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
The funny thing is, I went onto Bing Maps, and the consumer level Bing Maps is terrible. The quality. Because I looked at my house in Google Maps, and it's I can see my car. Went into Bing Maps, it looked like it was taken in 1978. It was rubbish.
How minging was it?
Just the consumer level image quality on the Bing Maps is wow, I can't even tell it's a house.
Yeah, it's not the greatest, is it?
No. Then again, they don't have little men in cars going around, do they?
No.
Right, where do these go? These go together. Together.
They go together.
We want to be together.
Right.
It's all elaborate carved stonework in this model. It's quite interesting.
How does we go for a bit of that?
Can't quite figure how any of this goes together, but
let's try that and see how that looks.
It looks a little bit like that.
Peachy says, Flight Simulator's great. I crashed it into a 747 into my parents' place.
See, I love the idea that in Flight Simulator, you can obviously go on and fly your plane, because it has pretty much every airport in the world. But you don't have to actually be a pilot. You can actually play the game as air traffic control.
Yeah.
So when people are flying their planes and they land at Heathrow Airport, they're actually having conversations with air traffic control, and it's other players playing the part of air traffic control.
Yeah.
And if there's nobody there, then the computer takes over and does it for them. But it's like, and it's just like, that's so cool. And apparently it's a big hit with actual pilots. Actual pilots like to go on and be air traffic control, apparently. And actual air traffic controllers like to play it by going off and being the pilot.
I suppose it's the safest way, isn't it?
Yeah. I was reading a thing and one guy was saying, he says, what do you do for a living? I'm an air traffic controller. And yet you do air traffic control in this game? Yeah. Why? It's because I like it. It's less stressful. It's like work, but not stressful.
Well, this is it. If you get it wrong, it's a game. You can just respawn or redo what you want.
10 and 11 is what I need. A bit other nippers.
All the nippers.
14. Wait, what number is that one? That one's 14. Okay, I don't want that one then, do I?
Let's give that a shade.
11.
There you go.
I like to shade it.
Do that subtly, and then I can go in with a slightly darker shade. Just in a few areas.
Gentlemen, shade your areas. Steady now. Oops.
Yeah, it's surprising how, like you say, the technology changes. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm content. I've got Gary. I'm happy.
Well, this is why I'm so jealous of you, because, you know, I've sat and watched it change gradually over the years. It's like watching someone age. You don't really notice.
Yeah.
Until you look at a photograph of what they used to look like. And now it's like I said before, I've watched the games get to where they are now. So I've not really noticed the change.
Yeah.
Whereas you've gone from click and point LucasArts to like Cyberpunk. And your brain's just gone, yeah,
it's like tilt.
So it's like, I'm so jealous of that.
And I'll get to do all of this for the first time as well, which is even more fun.
Mm.
Yeah, it's certainly intriguing.
Yep.
So, yeah, big thanks to Peaches for shouting out that game, because it's enabled me to just do a game where I can just amble around, take stuff in, but also get used to the dynamics, you know, the controls and what it wants from me, you know. So, yeah.
There's a few others of those hunting games on there, actually, as well. There's a few of them now.
Yeah. The Way of the Hunter, that's another one.
Yep. That's the new one, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're going to be spoilt for choice, young lady.
I know.
Never mind all your Far Cries and stuff. You go on your hunting games. You found your thing. Found your happy place.
Oh, yeah. Just going around on my little ATV, opening up all the outposts. I'm happy enough.
Yep. Festa learned quite quickly yesterday that ATVs are not great against bears.
Yeah.
Not great protection.
Yeah, it kind of, yeah. I'm running towards me. I'm like, oh, big bear. I may have let out a bit of a Hufflepuff.
Let me get in the truck. Oh, wait, no, it's an ATV. I'm dead.
Fox was like, what's up with you? I said, there's a bear coming.
It's Bear there. It's Bear.
Yeah, it's big bad bear. I'm running.
Hush, hush, here come the bears.
Yeah, so I went and hid behind the cabin.
Oh, yeah.
Like all good, honest folk would do. Yeah, it did. The bear went.
You mean the bears don't know how to go round?
Yeah.
I'll have to remember that.
Yeah, they've only got the bear essentials. I see what I did. I know, he just ran straight past and went for something else, but yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, what's it like for... Because a lot of games, like, each creature will have its, like, territory, and if you go outside of its local zone, it will stop pursuing you. What is it? Will those things just hunt you down forever?
Oh, yeah, they'll just go for you, because they're in the map. They could turn up anywhere, basically.
Yeah.
And they'll pursue you. Yeah, they're quite happy to do that, but...
Because I'm having a nightmare with little wild dogs in Stalker.
Yeah.
Wild mutated dogs. And they're an absolute pain in the bum.
Yeah, same with the wild boar. They're little toe rags. I clean that up.
But at least with these dogs, I've learned that they'll only move like in a certain like cell. So if you can backtrack a little bit and they'll get to the end and turn around, deal with them that way. It's like, they've got a weakness.
Oh, knock everything over, Cole. Go on. Just how it starts.
Gentlemen, knock your things.
Simple thing. You're only putting that in a hole, Cole. It ain't that hard. But
I heard that rumour.
Captain Twitchy, everything's difficult. Anyway, moving on. There you go.
These go together like...
But the beauty of this with the shade is it's just going to pick out the little grain that I carved in the other week. That's all I'm trying to do with it. It's just pick out the grain.
That's going to look great.
That's what I did on the truck that I built with the barrels on it. It's just went round picking out the grain bit by bit. And don't take a lot to do.
Nope.
But it doesn't half look good when it's dried.
Yeah, like dry brushing and washes for wood grain is great. Two techniques using wood to make it look really like wood.
Okay.
I've just ordered a load of Skaven, and they've got little tiny wooden shields.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to doing the grain on them. It's sculpted in, but I'll be able to like dry brush it or wash it. Tiny little rat dudes. Hush, hush, here come the bears.
Are they the ones from the Wonderland Zoo by any chance?
Yeah, I was in the Wonderland. I can't sing it, obviously, but in the Wonderland Zoo. Yeah. Yes.
One of my school teachers looked like Hair Bear from the Hair Bear Bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Had the big mad scientist afro, you know.
I love the invisible Hair Bear Bunch buggy.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I always wanted one of them. Just never saw one. Ha, 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 ha.
I've got somewhere. It's a Scooby-Doo annual from like 1970 something, and I've kept it so long because I've still got it now. It's in the loft. I've kept it because the artwork is fantastic. It's beauty. It's all black and white.
Yeah,
but it's like beautiful, really clean, clear line art. So I kept it. But at one point they meet up with the Hair Bear Bunch, like. I think like Velma is like not having this invisible buggy at all. She's like, I'm not having this.
Velma didn't, yeah.
Because Velma's like the scientist. She's like, I'm not having. No, you can't. It's not possible. This isn't. No, you're not having an invisible buggy. Don't even think about it. They've done a good job of hiding some of these gaps and seams.
Oh, some of them early books and that they're gorgeous, aren't they? They really are.
Oh, yeah. But it's just like, it's spot on artwork for Scooby-Doo, but it's beautiful, crisp line art.
Yeah.
It really heavily influenced me. At one point, they're in like a beach buggy, and it's like Tamiya box art level art, like but as a line drawing with the tires on the beach buggy and stuff. Like, this is insane. Yeah. He's a really talented artist.
So not Ravel SWAT guy, didn't they?
Oh God, no! He's actually made like he's made Hanna-Barbera look like proper hardcore stuff.
That's never going to live it down in our eyes, is it? The Ravel SWAT box art.
Ravel SWAT guy from the Special Lubricated Division of SWAT.
Yeah, from the gloss varnished version.
Yeah.
So funny, that box art.
All our team members have maximum lubrication at all times. Shiny, shiny.
Always gives us the giggles. Right.
Gives us all the giggles.
What have we got going on? Well, let's have a look and see what a bit of Agrax does on the end of there.
Before I do that, I'm going to step away for 1 moment.
No worries, mate. You do what you got to do, dude. You do what you got to do, mate. I'm just literally washing my ends of my barrels. Just want to try and pick out the wood grain so that when it dries, it's a bit more visible than it currently is. So just brushing it around in a few places because there's going to be stains in some areas of the barrels and not in others. So just gives it a little bit of variation. That's all I'm doing. And then once they're fully dry, I'll go around and do all the banding then. Let's have a look, kins. Peachy says that bear smelt Cole's Hufflepuff and legged it. Absolutely. Steve says Icarus is a good game. All right. Is that on Xbox? Is that on PC, PlayStation, or on all formats, mate? Let's just pop that away. And then we can figure out what colour we're going to paint the trucks and the little wooden stalls and that, so we can put them away now. Drop them up there. And then we can dig out, let's spin that round. The little truck there, that wheel's a bit wonky there, looks like it's about to fall off any minute. Note to self, don't press that too far against the backboard there because you will break the wheel off, Cole. So let's fix that for the minute. PC only, says Steve. Ah, right. Is it on Steam, is it? Oh, where did that go? Oh, really? I'll come back to that when Fox is back. Just drop me wheel now. Oh. Wheelie. See what I did there? Right, so we'll come back to that in a minute. Because I'm not going to disappear on the floor until he's back because it's not right. Oakley dokley. So there. A strange colour. I wouldn't have thought that that would be. Yeah, it is. Right, so there. Let's have a look.
I'm back.
There you go. Right, I'll go down and get me wheel now then.
Did you drop a thing?
Oh, yes, dear. I always drop things, you know that.
Let's have a look. Scale Modelling Chaos says the bear probably smelt Colin's Hufflepuff and legged it.
I might have read that.
Oh, I might have read that. I won't read that one then. Oh. Yeah. See if anybody else has said games that they're playing, but nobody has at the moment. Yeah, if you're playing some game at the minute, let us know.
Yeah, we are
Gives us something to
interested.
talk about. Yeah, gives us something to talk about. On the Steam, counted up the other day, and I have 140 games, says Steve.
Oh,
That's a good game library.
that is.
Don't know how many I've got. Not that many.
Found me wheel.
You found it.
Oh, yeah. That was the way, mate. As soon as you went off air, I dropped me wheel. It's really.
Oh,
Right.
there were words in your brain, weren't there?
I'll have to turn my fan on. It's very warm in here.
Yes, I'm actually really hot tonight. Oh.
So apologies if you can hear me fan, folks, but I'm cooking. Right. I think we'll go for a drill on that because we want that to mount properly. So let's get a drill out. Sorry, what did you say?
I don't know, actually. What did I say? I think you're not the only one that's warm, I was saying. I think I'm warm as well. So
Yeah, it's
warm, isn't it?
It is, mate. Yeah, it's a bit muggy, isn't it? Which could only mean we've got a storm coming or some heavy rain coming.
Yay! Storm's good. I like storm.
There you go. Perfectly drilled.
Perfect.
Perfect. Oh, yeah, that's better.
How would you describe Festa? Perfectly drilled.
Me God hand, quick release, perfectly drilled. Drilled.
Yep. I was talking to James, mate, you know, the manager at eModels, for those that don't know,
Yeah.
the other day, and he was talking about those godhand quick release drill bits. He's saying, "Oh, God," he said, I watched Colin's video because he hadn't used them straight away,
Yeah.
and he watched your video about them, and he said, I'll give them a go, and he said, oh my God, oh my God, they're just so much, they're just so good. Yeah, he said they're so good. You pop the bit in and pop it out.
Oh, yeah.
So he loves them.
And my
Quick
go-to
release.
drills.
Quick release drill bits. I've got some, I just haven't had an actual reason to use them yet,
Yeah.
which is frustrating.
Yeah, I'm not just saying that because, they are my go-to drills. It's, I use them every day. Yeah,
I can vouch because, me and Festa hang out and, I see him using these things when there's nobody watching.
Yeah. People in the Zoom will see me using them, oh, what's that? And it's really
I also see him pressing buttons on things, but we can't talk about
that. I deny all knowledge of buttonage.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. You're not buying it though, are you?
Well, these two MP4 files say otherwise, but
Oh, you.
Actually, not two; it's one. But I can split it into two for double the impact.
It's all right. I don't mind. It's all right. It's not a problem.
12 and 14 is what I need.
Let's have a bit of that.
14.
Okay.
Beep, 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 beep.
Some of these away for the minute. Inundated and surrounded by paint at the moment.
12.
And have a bit of dry brushing in a moment. Actually, leave them down for a minute. Right, let's pop a bit of
dry
that
brushing.
on.
So much fun dry brushing.
Oh yeah.
You're just drilling it in about those drills, Cole.
I am. Honestly, I love them. I really do.
Steve, leave the puns to us. We're professionals.
He's got the bit between his teeth.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Started now. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was doing his sack truck, wasn't I?
I'm not sure where he's got this from. We'll have to drill down and find out. Peaches says, my daughter Ivy is obsessed with Lego games. At last count, we had 14 of them.
Oh, wow.
Do all the Star Wars and Indiana Jones games and stuff. Harry Potter Lego games.
Yeah.
Everyone should play video games. They're good for
All
you.
I want to know is how many times, Paul, does she beat you, mate?
All. When you get to our age, you don't give a second thought to reaction times until you play against someone who's like a quarter of your age, and then you think, no, I know my reaction times are so important.
Oh, yeah. I look at Lex when he's playing and all that, it's just witchcraft.
Mm.
But then, like, he says, yeah, I'm 20 years younger than you, mate. So, rub it in, son. Just rub it in. Just go there. Go on.
Well, it's like, go back 20 years, and like, if I was playing like Stalker then, I'd walk into a room and a guy would come out from around the corner and I'd just take him out. Yeah. Now, I walk into a room and there's a guy around the corner and he comes out with a shotgun and I go, ah! And put like 400 rounds into the wall behind him and then he shotguns me in the face. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not quite as stylish and slick as I used to be. Not quite got the reaction times that I used to have.
A bit issues, done it, let's be honest.
Yeah, I'd be no use on Twitch shooters now. I'll be like, forget it. Give me slow games where I can stealth around a bit. I'll be all right.
Oh, when you see some gaming streams, you think, how on earth are they able to multitask like that? But then, like you say, they're 30 years younger than us.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
It's not just like watching people play like fast, twitchy shooters like Fortnite and stuff. It's people playing like complex RPG where there's like a billion things on the menu on screen on their user interface and they're all tiny.
Yeah.
And they've got like 30 people in their group and they've got all the different spells and it's like, how do you even...
It's when you see them navigating their menus and it's like click, 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 gone out and you're like, what did you just do there? Yeah.
Can you...
yeah, can you slow that down to, old man speed? Yeah.
Yeah, can you slow it down so that, a fly could see it?
Well, it is intriguing. Like I say, it's just a different world, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'm glad you found your kind of game that you like.
Well, it's immersive, isn't it? Anything that can...
absorb you.
Yeah, take your mind off of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what I was hoping that you'd find something that tickled your fancy, and then that would be a gateway, then your way in. And then over time, you'll find other things that tickle your fancy. But I was kind of hoping, because I suggested games to Colin. I said, try these games, you might like these. But I was kind of hoping he'd find something for himself, because then then he's just playing that for his own reasons then, and it's like, that'll truly be a game that he likes. And he's done that. And I'm filling up. I'm so proud.
Yeah, I may be in full 5-year-old mode, which is even funnier. But
yeah, we like that, though.
I don't mind
charming.
that.
So charming. Goes on there.
The fact that he was sat there and I just went, toaster. He went, what? I said, there's a toaster.
There's the toaster there.
Yeah, it's like, dude, really?
In a way, I was glad that it wasn't. I was glad that it wasn't actually functioning, because that would have he would have just done like a sex wee or something. I don't know how that had happened.
The barbecue was though.
Yeah, the barbecue had meat on it. And that barbecue, that steak was actually on fire, which was a little disconcerting. I don't think that's how barbecues work.
Steve says a lot of top gamers have been caught out using hacks. Oh, right.
Yeah, especially things like, your competitive shooters and stuff. But then that's not the kind of game I play. But I don't actually play online games with others unless it's like co-op games with people I know.
Yeah, I didn't think that was allowed in. I thought they could blacklist your Xbox for that.
No, not for cheating in games. But on PC games, well, actually, there are some games like.
Say to me that if you had modded and hacked Xboxes, you could get blocked. Or...
Yeah, if your console has been modded and stuff, but not all console games can benefit from the use of hacks and mods. Some can.
Okay, yeah.
But it's more prevalent on PC.
Yeah, I've only got to look at Steam, where you could get all the download content and DLCs. Oh, gaming quote, DLCs.
Oh, dear. Thankfully, on consoles, it's a lot more hassle for somebody to actually mod the console and then install hacks to a game. It's like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, my PS2 was modded. It had the HD loader and all of that lot in it. Yeah.
But if you do that to your Xbox, they'll just.
I don't plan to be honest with you, mate, because for me, it'll take the fun out of it, to be honest with you.
I mean, I've got a modded 360 and I've got a modded original Xbox, but they're just modded so I can have like 1 billion games on them.
Right.
And they're from consoles that are like, no longer in production and 20 years old.
You're playing them off of Game Pass or take it or anything like that, yeah.
No, that's the thing, you never connect them to the internet.
No, that's right, yeah. That's it, yeah.
But no, these are just like modded so that you can have this library of games, basically.
Yeah.
You just want to connect them online. Because obviously you can't buy an original Xbox anymore. You can't buy an Xbox 360. New anymore.
Yeah, it's surprising when I look at Lex's collection of old Xbox stuff, because every generation he's got the latest one, but he still digs out the older ones to play a game on, and I'm like, is it backwards compatible then? Yeah. I said, why you dig that out? He said, because I want to play it on the console that it was made for.
Yeah.
It's a retro gaming thing. He said it wouldn't seem right playing that game on a modern Xbox. It was made for this one, and I've still got that console. So
yeah, it kind of makes sense. Sometimes you just want the experience of what it was like to play that game.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you want to play the game because you want to play the game. It doesn't matter where you play it. But sometimes you want the experience of that game on that console with that controller.
Yeah.
And I can understand that, because if you play Halo, the original Halo Combat Evolved on Xbox 360 or anything else, there's certain things you can't do in that game that you could do in the original Xbox release.
Yeah.
Because they tweak things.
Yeah.
For the re-releases. So it's like, I'd rather play the original one where I can get the early Banshee and do things like that, because it's more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes it's the experience of experiencing it on that specific hardware, rather than emulating it somewhere else. So it does make sense. I understand that.
I mean, I get it. It's like, it does make sense.
Dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee. And it's good having those old consoles, because the other thing it does is it makes you more tolerant of old graphics.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I fired up my old Sega Mega Drive, he was like, really? That is retro. And I went, oh, yes. He said, dude, that is so old school.
Well, it's, people are saying about these Stalker releases on console because it's like 2007 game. They're saying, oh, you can tell by the graphics it's an old game. And I'm looking at it thinking, It's actually not a bad looking game. It's actually a really good looking game for 2007. It's quite pretty in its own way. So
Yeah.
But I was playing Medal of Honor Frontline on my original Xbox.
Yeah.
On my 42-inch OLED, which is never a good idea. A modern telly with an old console always makes stuff terrible. But it was like, you know what? It looked fine. It looked great.
Yeah.
I got used to the blocky graphics very quickly. It's like, it's just legacy. It's part of the history.
Part of it, isn't it? It's what makes it fun.
Yeah. Although the one tricky thing with the original Xbox is that from the Xbox 360 onwards, you could set your color depth.
Oh right, yeah.
Your HDMI color depth, because they had HDMI sockets. So you can you can set it as expanded or default or whatever.
Yeah.
But with the original Xbox console, of course, they were designed for component and SCART.
Yeah.
So it just outputs what it outputs, and you can't change it. And if you plug that into an OLED, it's really dark. All the blacks are massively crushed, and you have to change your TV settings just to actually play the games on an original Xbox, because they're just so dark over HDMI. Because it didn't exist in those days. You just got the regular color palette, color depth.
Yeah. I was thinking of converting the PS2 because there is an HDMI conversion you can do, but then I thought, well, I've got the bloody Xbox now, so I don't really need to do it.
Well, well, you don't even need to do that. All you need to do is get an adapter.
Oh yeah, I know they sell adapters, but I kind of like the neatness of having everything built in.
Right. You want to actually change it to physically have it.
Yeah. Hey, I know you can get adapters because I've seen them, but
yeah, I'd still say do it.
Yeah,
Still be stuff you can do on the old PlayStation that you might want to do at some point. Some games you might want to play.
Well, it's still hooked up to the main tellies.
Yeah. Go for it, no harm in it.
But yeah, it does mean, of course, totally stripping out the PS2 and soldering it, of course, which I'd love to do anyway, because that's what I do.
You would love to do that.
I'm never happy unless I've got a soldering iron in my hand and the electronics.
Like, it's the only console you're going to be able to play the original Half-Life on.
Oh, yeah.
Or a reasonable version of it, because it was never released on Xbox.
Well, I know what'll happen when I've done my Elite. It'll be saying, can I have it back now?
No, I've got 2 Elite controllers. I don't need more.
Yeah, but no, it's looking good.
I've got a modded 360 and a modded original Xbox, but I've also got my original Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And a PS2 stored away. And an original Xbox, a non-modded one, but the drive doesn't work anymore.
Oh, right.
That's up in the loft.
Change drive out?
I thought the optical drive, I thought it might just be the belt.
Yeah.
For the CD drive.
Remember, on the optical drive, some of them are married to the motherboard, so you have to take the little controller board off.
Yeah, because you can't just swap the drive out. Well, I didn't get further than trying a different belt on it, and it's like, it wasn't the belt. Because, the tray wouldn't open and close for easily. All the old Xboxes had that. They used to get stuck.
Because that's where a lot of people go wrong. They change it and wonder why the optical drive no longer works. Yeah. It's because it's married to the motherboard.
Yeah.
That's throw a lot of people out.
Yeah. But
a little bit of water in there.
I was one of the very few people probably in the UK that had the original Xbox high definition pack.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because they didn't really sell in this country. People just got the console and they used either the SCART socket or the basic outputs that it came with. But I got the HD pack so I could plug it into the component and have up to 1080p.
Oh, right, yeah, you're playing. Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
And you got the full colour depth and everything. Huge, that's a big, massive thing with all the wires coming out. It's like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, come on, I want 1080p. And then no games actually came out in 1080p, but it looked good.
That's the thing. It's good that you can do them, you can do them sort of modifications, but... Like I say, with me, I just like the fact that you can just sit and do that stuff, and I get to get the soldering iron out.
Well, the thing with my modded original Xbox is that it's also got a whole mess of Nintendo games, PlayStation games, and all those other things that it can run at the same time. Yeah. When I was speaking to the guys that do it, I'm not going to mention any names, And they were saying the thing is, right, with the Xbox, the original Xbox, you can get that to run kind of anything.
Yeah.
It can you run any emulator, but with the PlayStation, you can't get it to do that, really.
Yeah.
So, but the Xbox is a modder's dream because it can run like PlayStation games and Sega games and Nintendo games because it's so versatile. It's waffly versatile.
So we did there.
See what I did there? It's waffly.
I am impressed.
Are you impressed? Set impress level to maximum.
Maximum impressed, I am.
I knew it.
So proud of you.
Yeah.
How's your build coming along?
Slowly. Getting there.
Oh, you're happy?
A few little gaps here and there that I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of.
Really?
What's called? Oh no, it's just little nubs that I hadn't noticed because some of the nubs are hidden away, and they're causing little gaps. I've just spotted one there. It's like a nub right in the little corner in a crevice that you can't quite see.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then that's underneath. That'll be pretty much ready to go. So we're happy.
How's yours coming along?
Getting
you
there,
still
mate.
with your bits?
Yeah, I'm just beginning to put like a red wash on the meat stall. So yeah,
Wash your meat.
Just little bits. I'm glad I didn't say that.
Yeah. It's a good job you didn't say wash your meat because that's kind of rude.
Yeah. I've been so good. I've got me polite button on tonight. It won't last.
No.
It's only my first stream back, you know. So yeah, I've been on my good behaviour today.
You're doing very well. You're doing very well.
I now know Jackie's spat her tea out across the room there.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
Yeah, they all have faith in me.
You've got to have faith.
So we did there.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
You're impressed, weren't you?
I was. Fox Michael. Go out and buy his album, folks.
You were whelmed, weren't you? You were truly whelmed.
I was blown away. It was like he was in the room.
Well, I've already found one leaf on this that's so bendy and flexible that you're going to snap it off within seconds.
Oh, really?
Yep, and I almost have. Not quite.
Can it be fixed with a bit of wire?
No. Just have to not snap it off like a chud.
Oh, well. That means it'll be snapped off like a chud then.
Yeah. Oh, I've just spotted, I spotted a little tiny frog earlier on.
Yeah.
I've just spotted a little tiny lizard.
Oh.
Little tiny gecko type thing. It's like Harry from Death in Paradise.
Yeah. Oh.
I watched the first 2 episodes of the new season of Death in Paradise. Not one appearance of Harry. It's like, come on. We need Harry. Where's Harry? Come on.
Yeah, what's that all about?
Yeah. Don't not give me Harry. I'll be writing a letter to Points of View. 13 I need. 13. Do. It's quite a simple build, this. Quite pleasant.
Yeah, you seem to be enjoying it. You've not complained about it like you normally do.
No.
Yeah, normally it's this don't fit or that won't fit. And yeah, you've been remarkably composed tonight. I'm beginning to wonder whether you're ill.
Well, I'm still building the throne, but I haven't built all the rings that go around it yet, and that's apparently where the tricky bits can come in. So.
Oh dear, so there may be opportunities for swears then.
Yeah, but the beauty of this is because it's stone. Of course, if I cut a chunk out by mistake with my knife when I'm taking nubs away, it's just a divot in the stone then. It's just a bit of stone texture. It's all nice blocks, so it's quite pleasant. As the French would say, enjoyable. And they wouldn't say that because they can actually speak French.
Yeah, I think that's a language I could successfully destroy at every opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. You've never met a language you couldn't absolutely decimate.
Hey, that's what makes me me, mate. My ability to destroy all languages known to man.
Except you seem to do quite well at the Slavics, like Russian and Ukrainian.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my Russian has improved.
With a little gecko there, look.
Oh, lovely.
Tiny molecule. don't think they've even sculpted eyes on that. I know they've even sculpted little tiny eye lumps.
That's you made up now, isn't it?
Yeah, I know there's snacks on it because there's a few snacks to paint as well. Snack. Danger noodles. What's chat doing? Let's have a look. She hasn't beaten me yet. I've been teaching her, and now she's confident enough to take on people in Fortnite with just a pistol. Says, "Oh, good God!" Says Peaches.
Oh dear.
Wow. She's playing for. How old is she? I can't remember how old she is.
Oh,
How
Ivy
old's
May.
Ivy? I can't remember. Ivy, yeah.
Oh, I don't know, 11? Is she 11? 11, 12?
Wow, and she's taking on people in Fortnite with a pistol. That's pretty good. She's got the skills, basically, Peaches. You just scream.
Yeah.
Just give up.
Yeah.
She's gone past your level. Just accept it.
At least I think that's how old she is. I could be wrong.
He says, I've got to get the lease to hook my old Spectrum Plus 3 up to the TV. I'm eager to see what is going on, to what it's going to look like after 30 years. On a modern TV, probably terrible.
Yeah.
Hi, kids, says Rabbit. So Rabbit's in. Hey, Rabbit.
Hello, Rabbit. How you doing, mate?
Retro Rabbit Studios. The man who loves Jaguar more than any other human on the planet.
Yeah, I was right. 11 years old. There you go.
You remembered Uncle Festa.
I remembered a thing, see? I'm impressed.
You remembered the thing about Ivy May.
I did.
So she'll be happy now.
Well, they did send me a rather beautiful indie paste card, didn't they, that I built?
They did.
And, yeah.
They did.
Very, very kind. And, I do believe she thoroughly enjoyed the build as well, bless her.
Good.
Yeah, big thanks for them for that.
Absolutely.
So I've got a little slightly dodgy barrel there. That's just
Slightly dodgy barrel.
so a bit of extra fin on there, just a well.
Reese is in, says RGC Models Official, says hello all.
Hello, RJC. How you diddling, me old mate?
Hello. Welcome. Willkommen. Bienvenue. Come on in. Name that film, you get 10 points.
There you go. Turn that upside down for a minute. Right, let's whop that in there. Okay, dokily. What have we got going on? So that's where the big old joints go.
Do.
Where they all go. Some of them are coloured, aren't they? Let's have a look.
Big old joints.
Yeah.
Tiny lizard there. Tiny lizard on that side. Tiny frog. I've lost where the frog was.
Ah, right, they are, yeah. Bit of light green. Happy days.
You're a bit of light green.
Yeah, I'm made of all the light green. Right, so we've got a bit of yellow. Oh, have we got a really scuzzy?
I ordered myself a load of Skaven, so I'm looking forward to building all my little ratty dudes.
Yeah. Oh, yellow green. That is pretty close.
I does not like the Jaguars, says Rabbit, but I exchanged the monies for skills and tried to get them to purr again. Yes. If ever there was a man who hated Jaguar more than everybody else, it would be Retro Rabbit Studios.
Yeah, he loves them, doesn't you, mate? Quality British engineering, mate.
Yep. Well, actually, I would say he thinks he's got it bad with the Jaguars. He's never obviously dealt with British Leyland vehicles.
Yeah, the Friday car. Yeah.
Mind you, then again, if you gave him a proper British Leyland vehicle, it's like 3 wires and a battery. It's not that complicated, I suppose. He'd be all right with them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the engine bay is 90% empty and a bit of engine in the corner. So it probably wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, Austin Allegro. Why put a square steering wheel in a car? Let's just say that.
Yeah. He also says, I managed to pick up a pair of the Christmas Gobbo miniatures recently. Cool. eModels had them in stock. They may even have some in stock still. I don't know. Probably. Possibly.
A one-stop shop for all
Gobbo
your model
needs.
making needs. And all your Godhand needs. And all your Warhammer needs.
And all your Orc needs.
Orkneys. See what I did?
Or any other islands, yeah. This is why people come to us, you know, for the quality.
Yeah.
They don't get this anywhere else.
Yes. Apparently people were missing our shenanigans as well.
Oh, they were
Which
missing
is
you.
nice. It's always nice. Nice to be nice.
Yeah. It's nice to be missed. Dee. I'm looking forward to painting this so much. It's going to involve many greens.
Older greens.
I'm going to attempt to paint a club jade effect, which is going to be...
Oh, interesting. How are you going to do that?
Very well, thank you. I don't know yet.
Yeah, modesty isn't one of your traits, is it, dear?
Yeah, no, I don't know yet. I'll have to watch many things. And how does that go on?
Yeah, many painters on how they did it so that he can sit and go, this is how I do it.
I like to do it like this, he said.
Yeah.
Doing it like this.
Yeah. The key to a good paint job is primer. Yeah, as your primer peels off. Yeah, we've all seen them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that how that goes on? Okay, that's interesting.
Right, look at it. No matter what your level of building skill is, as long as you're having fun doing it, that is all that matters.
So I just attached that horn and then put the glue on that horn, which is moulded in.
Oh, you're like...
I've got the best memory. Wait, how does that even... What?
Here he goes. I've been waiting.
That's not even the right part. I've got the wrong part off the sprue like a dingus.
Oh, you ain't.
I want 17. 17. I want 17. Yeah, it's 17.
Yeah, he had one job.
I can't find my horn.
That's all he had. One job.
It's a big horn and everything. I've got to find my big horn. Where's my big horn? Where is my big horn?
Having trouble with your horn, dear? See what I did.
Don't make me look at numbers again. Team. What do I need? 17 and 16. I've done.
Is it laughing at you, Fox? It is, isn't it?
No, it's. I'm making a fool of myself, I think.
Nothing wrong with that. I've been doing that all my life, mate. But I'm happy.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. 17. We're professionals at it.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. No one said that I had to take things seriously. I tried it once. It lasted 10 minutes. I got bored and I went back to being 5, and I'm happy. I don't mind. I like being 5.5. Right.
5.5. It's a good age.
Scuzziest looking yellow in the world, but I'm happy. Beginning.
It is beginning
to take shape. Bearing in mind, it's got to have a few washes yet as well, but.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so heavy-handed. I'm desperately trying not to lean on this as I paint it, because I know in the end it'll go crunch, crunch, and it'll end up in millions of matchstick-sized bits.
Yeah. You've got to try tactical ways to handle these things, haven't you?
Oh, mate, honestly, talk about having to constantly adapt. But it's all part of the fun.
You need a little robot hand, don't you, that can hold it for you? Then you can hold the robot hand.
I've got to get one of those parts holder things that we had on the eModels show on Monday. I'm going to order one. Yeah.
Is that the eModels show on eModels.co.uk?
Yeah, the Monday night show.
Shop.
For all
making needs.
Model making needs. Yeah, it might just make my life a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Try and order one in, so. Why not?
Is that bit done? I've been looking forward to painting this, because if I enjoy this, then I've been looking at other Seraphon kits, other Seraphon models from Age of Sigmar, because it's like dinosaur dudes. Come on, they ride around on the back of big Tyrannosaurus Rexes.
James is in saying hello, James.
Hey, James.
How you doing, mate? Hope you're keeping well. Love to you, Alicia and Shania. Hope you're all right.
Let's have a look. Reese says, all good, just battling tonsillitis while trying to teach first aid, which is no fun, but other than that, no idea with the film, though. Yeah, don't do like the kiss of death, a kiss of life. What's it called when you breathe? What's it called?
CPR.
Resuscitation. Yeah, don't do CPR when you've got tonsillitis. They won't be grateful for that. Peaches says, TVRs are apparently a right pain. I believe even if you randomly caught fire when parked up and the engine was off. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
TVRs, like DeLoreans, they're terribly made. TVRs are well known for being like ocean going, as in you're in the car and you're in the ocean because they fill up the water.
Yeah, they had variable electronics, which basically meant it was varied whether they worked or not.
Yeah, there's variable seals, as in they might be sealed, they might not. Even Colin Fox says, James, you said that one. Reese says, Fox has lost the horn. Haha, yes. Fox got the wrong horn, says Peaches. Won't be the first time. Rabbit also says he works on Land Rovers all the time too. They tend to play a bit nicer than the Jags. You see, you're looking at an old Series 3 owner here, so I love Land Rovers. Well, I like the Series Land Rovers, not the Discoveries and the other rubbish that came after.
Defenders and yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about them. They're just nonsense.
I've come over all of a quiver now that you've said that. So, oh no.
Yeah.
No. You can have a spider pig for your trouble.
I like Land Rovers when they were utility vehicles for burly men and farmers. Not when footballers bought them. That's when they lost interest at that point. Where are we? What are we doing next? Have I finished the throne? No, not yet. Excellent.
Did you have a good game? Was it a game of Throne?
Look at you doing pop culture references.
I know, scary, isn't it?
I've got more horns to find. There we go. I've got a double horn. Look at that.
May I say how impressive your horn is?
It's all three of them, in fact. I've got to stick my horn in the hole. I was listening to an interview today with a astrophysicist.
Oh, right, yeah.
And a planetary scientist. And she's a British lady, and she was talking about the James Webb Space Telescope and stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
And she was talking about the planets, and she kept, the interviewer, it's on the Skeptic's Guide to the Universe, the guy says, I noticed that you say Uranus, not Uranus.
Yeah.
Is that deliberate? And she went, it kind of is, because I'm a science educator, so I teach children about science and astronomy. And she said, I usually find it's far more engaging for the kids if you say Uranus, because you can make so many jokes about it.
Yeah.
The kids much prefer it. He was like,
oh, yeah.
I never thought of that.
It's the snigger factor, isn't it?
Yeah.
He said anus. Yeah.
So they're like, so when are we going to probe? He said, yes. So they all made the jokes.
I love watching these space programs. It's just the scientists' voices. They've all got that slightly eccentric mad scientist voice, haven't they?
Oh yeah.
And it's like, yeah. I wonder whether it's a requirement of being taught and getting your degree that you've got to have that slightly mad scientist voice. You know that.
One of my favourites is I can't remember his name. He's a chemist.
Yeah.
He does He's got a YouTube channel. He does chemistry videos, but he's British and he's old.
Yeah.
And he's just got this like Bob Ross style afro, but it's all white hair, like his head just exploded.
Is it wild scientist hair?
No, it's just hair that sticks out in all the directions.
Yeah.
And he's Martin Polyakov is his name. He's in his, I think, 70s, 80s now. Martin Polyakov. And he's awesome. Because he's quite funny as well. He doesn't get any pop culture references ever. But he's very softly spoken, captivating voice, and talks about chemistry.
Michelle Thaler is one that always gets me. She's on all the space programs with that other guy. And, she's got that really eccentric, mad scientist voice. It's quite funny, you know. She talks like the bloke out of the Fast Show. Do you remember the guy in the lab there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We put a thing in here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and it's just really funny when you hear them talk like that, because
a friend of mine actually works at Jodrell Bank.
Oh, right, yeah.
And he said he's really excited because, like, Maggie Adderin Pocock's going to be visiting. Oh, right, in a few weeks. And he loves Maggie Adderin Pocock. She's brilliant. She's so enthusiastic about, like, planetary sciences. If you watch the Sky at Night, she's just so infectious, her enthusiasm. And he said, I hope she comes into orbit because then I can just sit there and I just say to her, can you just talk to me a bit? And I'll just look happy.
Yeah, exactly that.
I said, you're married. He said, I know, but
mad scientist voice. Yeah.
I'm kind of in love with Maggie Adder and Pocock because she's just so leaping around in a mind all the place. I've stuck my horns in the holes.
Oh, proud of you, soldier.
Now my horns are sticking up all over the place now. All this horn honking, says Rabbit. Right. That's my
absolutely. That's coming on all right, that, mate.
That's the throny bit.
Yeah.
Not finished yet.
Enough,
on which Lord Kroak will sit, and there's a leg of a skink there.
So, what time window are you putting on yourself for your paint job then, mate? Because it's not going to be a 5-minute job, is it?
Oh, God, no. This will be...
Christmas?
Well, this is one of the interesting ones, because it'll be like... We might, like, start a stream. Hi, this week I'm going to be painting this, and I'll do a wash with the shade. Yeah. And then I have to sit there for 45 minutes while it dries. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of shade work on this, so it might be a little longer than you expect.
Idea to do the shades off air, then?
I don't know. I can chat, Dolly.
Do what you like, can't you, at the end of the day? Yeah. Up to you what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few some of that. So he gets the floppies meat out in them happy days.
Beg your pardon? He gets to flop his meat out, did you say?
Yeah, I may have said that out loud.
I'm also looking forward to painting this, because if it's a fun experience, then I might do another one and just do it to film it as a painting guide type thing.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Because sometimes you paint something, and even if it's fun, you're like, I don't want to do it again.
Yeah. Orc Stomper springs to mind.
Yeah. But sometimes you're like, you know what, I would paint one of them again for a filming guide, no problem.
Right, so we got a bit of that.
Where's that actually attached now?
Oh, sorry, there. Bash your camera, Cole. That really is.
I love it when you get something on the sprue and you've got, like, say 10 sprue attachment points, and you know it's attached by one of them, but you're not sure which one it is. It's like, where is it? There it is. And we need 22 and 21.
So we've got loads of bangers. Yeah, what are they? Where do they come from?
Mash.
B17. Yeah, so they are reasonably that colour. Okay. What's that? No, that's bread. Oh, that's interesting.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
And I bet you haven't thought of this. Are you going to be writing any little signs or anything in German for the butcher? Or price signs and stuff?
I haven't decided yet, mate, to be quite honest with you. Mind you, I wouldn't like to shortchange him because he does look a bit of a stern fella, doesn't he?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that sausage gefarten is not a real German word, but it might be.
Yeah.
I think it is now.
It is in his world, put it that way. I ain't going to argue with him either. So we got the world's cutest little meat stall.
That's so cool. If you've got tiny meat, put it in this meat stall.
Yeah, get your meat out. No, don't say that. Yeah.
That's a different kind of gentleman's club.
Yeah. Brooch and Earrings Appreciation Society.
Screwfix Direct.
Yeah, now you're talking. Right, he's got that. So, yeah, okay. So that goes on there. That goes on there. Bung that away.
Bung.
Don't need the white tack anymore, so let's put that in my pot. Conveniently labelled
You like
up.
that word so much.
White tack, what?
Bung.
Bung.
You like that word, don't you?
You like that? I do.
You do. You do like that.
I do like that. You like that? You like that?
If you keep working on that accent, pretty soon we'll be able to make you an honorary northerner.
I know, it's getting there, isn't it?
Yeah. Because you don't have to come from Bolton, but if you can sort of do a Bolton or Derby accent, you're an honorary northerner.
Can't beat a bit of Fred Tipner. Yeah. Him and all.
Dibble dob knob. What? I've got a real tickly cough coming on. Oh.
Is it laughing at you?
Do you like me cup?
Sorry, mate. I was looking at old GT40 cup.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you did there.
Oh, that tea's gone cold.
I'm lucky mine's still as hot as anything because it's a thermal cup.
Ooh, thermal. Cut me a big ponce.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, mate. I know I can make a brew before I go live, and it's still nice and hot when I've finished. So
The funny thing is, I like cold coffee. I don't mind cold coffee, but cold tea, blah.
Oh, see, I drink iced tea in the summer, see, so...
Well, that's meant to be cold. That's different. It's tea that's meant to be hot. That's the gone cold. That's horrible.
Yeah,
I'm on a tea kick at the minute.
Yeah, I do like a bit of cold tea. See, but when I was on the ladders on the building, I just used to stick a tea bag in the side of my mouth and just climb up the ladder and go and do my thing, you know?
It's like chewing tobacco.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It was just this gnarly old bit of tea bag, isn't it? But it was go, really? I go, you should try it. And they're like, actually, yeah.
I tell you what, I've been thinking recently, actually. We've got a little, not a jar, but like a pot that we put our tea bags in. So you get them out, then you put them in the pot. It's got a little lid. You can get the tea bags out.
Is it a jar? Come on. You knew I'd go there.
No, it's not a jar. But the beauty of it is, right, because it's just the tea bag thing. It doesn't get washed because it doesn't contain anything other than tea bags. There's like half an inch of just tea powder in there now, like, you know, the little tiny powdery bits.
Yeah.
From like the occasional tea bag that leaks. I'm thinking, I wonder if I could use that in modelling somewhere.
I'll go super glue. Well, yeah, it could do. You could do.
I mean, it wouldn't be soluble, so whether it could be a texture or
could do.
A pigment of some sort. I did actually use the tea bags once to do weathering on an actual real life truck.
Yeah, I mean, you could have a bit of tea leaf scatter, couldn't you? See what I did?
Yeah. Well, they're too small for that, I think, but I could find a use for it. I have to experiment. Yeah, we had a rental truck once, and we may have put a big scratch down the side. Yeah. So I got 100 tea bags and made a brow wash and weathered it, so it hid it. and when it went back to the rental place for inspection, somehow they didn't notice this big scratch because the weathering hid it.
I can always remember naffing around with windy guns in the workshop with a socket firing off and going right along the door of a Merc.
Ooh. I remember putting the finishing touches on detailing a Beamer. Yeah. It had been full machine polish, full wax. So it had been in for a couple of days. And I always got to the wax bit because I like doing the waxing. Yeah. Just buffing off the waxing, and I had a watch on with it. It's like a digital watch with a rubber strap.
Oh, yeah.
And it went across the bonnet, and I'm like,
yeah, that's when you quickly sneak off, don't you, and leave the rag on the corner. It's like, oh, what on earth happened?
Well, it was like this big black stripe, and I'm like, oh. At first, I panicked that it was the metal bit of the... I'd forgotten to take my watch off. There's the golden rule, don't wear your jewellery on watches. Yeah. I thought the metal bit had dug into the thing. I was panicking, but it turned out in the end, a little bit of alcohol just wiped the rubber. It was just a rubber streak, and it rubbed it off, and I nearly died.
I done one when I used to wear my old half crown ring. One of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I always have that on this finger. And, many a car got scratched with that bad boy.
Yep. Because the golden rule was, you're working on a car, you're detailing a car, you'd take all your rings and stuff, nothing on your hands at all. Watches. Yeah, I forgot. It's the thing. It's the lesson you learn once.
You only do it once, don't you?
Yeah. Luckily, it wiped straight off, and I was like, the boss didn't find out. So, but that feeling in the pit of your stomach when you've just undone 2 days' work.
You've got to start all over.
When you think you've undone 2 days' work.
When we lived at our old bedsit, my missus cleaned the living room window with her engagement ring, and it was like,
oh,
yeah.
Oh, you should have been like, well, at least you know it's diamond, love.
Yeah, it's like, well, you know. Yeah, at least today it's not a cubic zirconia diamond.
Yeah, it's not paste, is it? It's a real diamond.
It's a real one.
Then she gives you the Gibbs look, and you're like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, then it was like, yeah, I'll start walking now, shall I, love?
Even though she did something wrong and you still get the blame.
Yeah, that's how it works, mate.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I got paid £1 for every time I heard this immortal sentence, it's your fault.
Is that 1 time per pound or 3 for £1?
Mate, 3 for £1. But
3 for £1.
Yeah. And she knows that I probably get beaten up by her. I put on a brave face. You know, every now and then I get that stupid notion attempt to argue back or defend myself or try to get a wisecrack in. Yeah, it don't work for me. It really don't.
Yeah. You only get to poke the bear once.
Yeah, you think I'd learn by now, wouldn't you? No.
Yeah. No.
Good God, no.
Hibs.
Hibs.
Hibs. I love that.
I've told her it's your idea. I'll tell her it's your idea.
It wasn't my idea. I wasn't even in the room when you figured it out.
Yeah, but I've still got the text messenger proof.
MP4 file.
Damn it.
1080p, full audio.
Okay,
Very nice. I'm safe. I'm safe.
You've always been my hero. You are the best there ever was. No one in the world.
I always like you.
Yeah, no one in the world can paint as good as you. And yeah, you're a god. Everyone should have a Foxx shrine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting uncomfortable now.
Yeah, believe you me, it's more painful for me, dear, than it is for you.
Okay, I'll take my hand off the mouse. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You're safe for now. For those that don't know, I may have video evidence of Colin doing something.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what.
Yeah.
Although I can, if you want me to.
Yeah, do it like mate. I don't mind.
No, I don't want to throw you.
There may have been buttons being pressed, and yeah.
I didn't say that.
Oh, I I'm not worried by it, mate. You know, there's evidence there. She saw the one I put up on Facebook when I pressed the buttons on the new microwave. She was like, "Oh, you're getting cocky when I'm not here, aren't you?" So what are you on about? A Facebook profile touching my new microwave? Damn it!
The thing is, right? You think it's funny that I talked him into filming pressing some buttons and then sending me the video. But when he does it himself, to himself, you realise it wasn't that big of an ask. Yeah. The fact he's done it to himself.
I get all brave.
Yeah. Brave's another word for...
And then she comes back home.
And suddenly you're not so brave anymore.
Yeah, and I'll sit there doing the voice. Oh, love, mate, don't be like that, darling. As if, yeah. Getting cocky, are we? No, love. Fox made me do it. Stop blaming the well-spoken man. Damn it.
Yeah, the well-spoken man can do no wrong.
Oh, sugar lips, sir.
Allegedly. I have to say,
yeah,
this bit of scenery is covered in little dangly bits, and I haven't broken one off yet.
Oh, I'm impressed, mate.
I know.
We'll go back round and tidy up the overpaint.
Mm-hmm. Overpainting.
Wouldn't be the norm, mate, would it? Wouldn't be the norm if you try and paint a straight line and it goes a bit wonky.
No. Apologise for my tickly coughing. It's kicking my backside at the minute.
Tickly cough, boom, boom, boom. Tickly cough, boom, boom, boom. Tickly cough. There you go. Don't like that,
Colin's thinking of showing off his meat now. What will be next? Says Scum of Chaos.
Well, you never know, mate.
Rabbit says Fox's tea is a cup of sugar with 12 drops of berries. I don't take sugar in my tea or coffee anymore.
No.
I can't. So I've cut all that out of my... Not had sugar in a drink for a few years now.
Yes.
On art pills. We're all on art pills, you know, us lot over here.
We're all on art pills, mate.
Yeah, all of us. It's quite funny, like me, Ted, Chris and Colin. We're like old men. We get together in our little eModels Monday chat and we talk about all our medical conditions.
Yeah, we're all on diabetic meds. We're all on art tablets. It's like, oh, really?
Yeah, it's quite bad, really.
Mind you, I've got one up on you. I've got stents now, so...
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
Oh, I had to go one better and have a mild heart attack. It was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really worth the price, but...
Yeah.
You can say you won better than us.
I still think that's the reason I'm still in the good books, because I identified that I was having an heart attack and dealt with it and got myself into hospital, and I think she was quite proud of that.
Could she just be worried that if she gives you a hard time and stuff, you'll have another one? and therefore she's trying to be really nice to stop you, and therefore
Could be that.
it could be that she feels responsible. Maybe she thinks she did something she didn't, obviously.
Yeah.
But, maybe that's what she thinks. Because you're a delicate flower now, apparently.
Yeah, it's one of them. But I recognised the signs and dealt with it.
Yeah.
I say dealt with it, Lex dealt with it more than me, because he's the one who rescued me from my dire situation that I was in. But,
yeah.
You know.
It should be noted, though, that if she's being nice to you to avoid a repetition, that will wear off. That won't last forever.
If I'm honest, I think it frightened her, mate.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it's going to, isn't it? You know, it's going to frighten her, bless her. So, yeah. But anyway, it's...
And she's tiny and Scottish and fierce, so to be frightened, it takes a lot to frighten her.
Yeah, it's old news, isn't it? People don't want to hear that.
Nah. Where does that go? That goes on, like that.
Still don't stop her telling me off, though.
No. You still get your ass handed to you if necessary.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you honestly think it's not needed?
No.
Exactly.
H is like, I thought I'd done having kids.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
She's
How
probably
old are your
looks at you.
kids? They said to her at the golf club the other week. How old are your kids? 28, 30, and 56. So,
Yeah.
really?
It's like, the only advantage you've got as the only advantage one of the kids has got is that he can actually clean himself.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Other than that, yeah. Now this bit, that bit there, that bit will all be jade when it's painted and gold.
Oh, nice.
All dragonsy bits.
Absolutely. I like that.
Yeah. I am looking forward to that. Let me attach it to the Throne of Thrones.
Going to look nice, mate.
Ooh, I hope so. I might make a complete pig's ear of it, you never know. I did have a blast painting that orc though, so because that orc in the armour
Kind of gave you your painting mojo back a little bit, I detected.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, ever since I've been doing the brush painting,
Because you
which
was
is
a
only,
little bit I don't know, disgruntled. I don't know, disenchanted. Is that the word? Disillusioned.
yeah,
a
little bit of ennui had set in.
Yeah.
But I think I figured it out. I mean, it's because I realised that ever since I started the brush painting, which is 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
I've worked basically on vehicles.
Yeah.
And I'd never really sat down and done figures. I'd done a couple of Space Marines here and there, and a few figures for vehicles, but I'd never actually sat down and done a character or a single figure.
Yeah.
And it's like, I need a little bit of a change just to do a figure for a change. Because I can't just rely on my normal techniques. I'd have to do
No.
tiny painting.
I find as time goes on, I'm having to keep changing my techniques as my dexterity begins to worsen.
Yep.
And that's what's putting me off of brush painting now, because I'm beginning to, with me shakes and me twitches, I have to hold things in such a weird way at times that it's not always conducive. It's like what I'm doing now. I'm using my left hand to stop me right hand from twitching as I'm trying to paint a strange straight line. There's only so much you can do with that, because on air it's a difficult thing for people to notice or put up with, and so it can take the enjoyment out of it a little bit, if I'm honest. But, it's
especially for you, because you know that if you're going through a rough patch, you can move on to bigger things to paint because it's a bit easier for you. But if you've got a model that's all tiny things, you're like, oh.
That's why I'm looking at changing scales and moving up to the bigger scales, since I've been doing that 1/16th tank. It's opened my eyes and given me that thing of, I can prolong what I do a bit longer, just go up a scale. So I shall do this scale, and then, like I say, it'll probably be 24th scale up then, and...
Yeah.
But, it's one of them, innit? You've got to improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's past 11 o'clock. I shall get these 2 bits glued on.
We'll be coming off here shortly then, if it's gone past 11. Lets people get off. It is a school night. We are mindful. And,
You've got a maths test in the morning, haven't you, all of you? You all know you have. I keep getting this dream right where I'm in school and I can't find my timetable.
Right.
So I've just got in and I know I'm like 10 or 15 minutes late, which is fine. But I can't find my timetable, so I don't know what my first lesson is that I'm supposed to go to. And I can't obviously go and just follow my classmates from my homeroom because they're already gone to the first lesson.
Yeah.
So I'm like, crap, I don't know where to go. I don't know which classroom to go to because I can't remember what the first lesson is. It's very boring.
Oh, there you go. Good place to stop.
Yeah, I shall glue these two little doodads on, and then I'll be stopping. Don't know which is which. Don't care. We'll improvise and just jam them on and see what happens.
It's coming together. Hello,
doodads.
Surely.
Oops.
Let's just bung that out of the way a minute. Sling that over there.
Doodads.
I'll clean me brushes off once we come off there.
I shall clean no brushes because I have none to clean. Right, there we go. I shall leave it at that.
We have got...
I'm enjoying this build.
Yeah.
Not got much more to do, to be honest. I might even get it finished and primed before next week.
Oh, nice one.
Maybe.
I'm proud of you, soldier.
I mean, there's only the throne and then like the dude, and the rings.
Oh,
I might
nice
as well get it finished before next week and then have it primed and ready.
What have we done tonight? Well, we've got a few figures. Valtteri Bottas has got his apron started.
Oh, I like the shading on the apron. That's nice. It's got a nice leather look to it.
Yeah. We've got Ted with the moustache.
I was going to say, that looks like Ted. You should give him a moustache. I didn't realise he actually had a moustache.
He's actually got a moustache. Let's just get me
when I saw him in the distance, I thought that looks like Ted, but I don't know why.
So he's got his Skipper Ted grey moustache. Because you can see where this build is going, can't you? You got Ted. You've then got you want some of that? Yeah.
I love the fact in the artwork it looks like Bob Hoskins and in the model it actually looks like Vin Diesel.
Yeah, and then you got him.
He's going, cooey, Mr. Shifter.
Yeah, that's the churn bloke. So only base layers at the moment. Got to do all the dry brushing yet.
I have to say, whereas the barrel guy looks like Vin Diesel, that guy with the camp arms out looks exactly like Scott Bakula.
Oh, yeah, it's Churn Man, that is. Yeah.
It's Quantum Leap guy. Scott Bakula is quite uncanny.
He'll be carrying the churns. And then we got this geezer who's got his meat behind him at the moment. That sounded wrong, doesn't it? So
got his meat over his shoulder.
Yeah, so we'll be painting him up.
Looking good, dude.
What else have we done? Not a lot, really, tonight. I started my churns, putting the base colours down on my churns.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I like the fact what colours have you used on those?
That churn is War Flesh.
Nice. I like the fact you haven't just done what most people do, just painted it silver.
No, then you've got the blue and red. No, because the box art calls for it to be different colours, geez.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Most people just paint them silver. It's like, they're painted metal. That's the whole point. Yeah. They're never just bare metal.
Yeah, so that's them. And then we started the little meat stall.
That's cool.
We then got the bangers stall with the wooden crates there.
That's so cool. I like the wood, the texture of the wood you've painted underneath the rack.
And then we got wooden barrels.
I'm loving on them. I'm loving the metal. The metal looks like proper used, worn metal. Yeah. It's just nice.
So we got them. We got the dark ones, and then we got the lighter ones as well.
Just for anybody watching, by the way, these are actually 1/6 scale, but Festa just has massive hands.
Yeah, Pete, if you're watching, big hands. The one that always gets Pete is this. The micro drill. He's like, dude, yeah.
Jay's mate was telling me that Pete, mate, when he goes in the store, does still occasionally mention your massive hands. He says he is totally fascinated by them.
He is. Whenever I send him a God Hand video up to do, or put one up, it's like, dude, you've got such big hands. And apparently I've got a nice voice as well. And you got some milk and some orange in a crate there that he's carrying over his shoulder. So that's all I've done tonight. Not an awful lot, to be honest with you, but
that's all right. That's good work. That is. Yeah. And the metal. I'm impressed by the metal on those barrels. The metal. What are they called? The round bits. They're not. There's a name for the metal hoops, isn't there?
What, the bands?
Yeah, I thought there was a name for them.
I don't know what they're called, mate. I know Cooper makes them, but I don't know what the bands are called. But, yeah.
What does a hooper do?
Hooper? Oops.
A hooper oops.
Yeah, perhaps he puts the oops on.
I don't know. For some reason, I had the word hooper in my mind. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, hooper. Oh, right. Yeah.
What's a hooper do? I'm sure that's a trade as well, a hooper. I don't know.
Yeah. Is he a looper? Hooper looper.
Hooper looper. I see what you did there.
I won't do that again.
Don't do that again, Cole. What have I done tonight? Not a lot tonight. I've just basically assembled, not completely, because there's still some vines and things to stick on it. So I've got a few more bits to stick on the throne for Lord Kroak.
Yeah.
Which will float weirdly. This is Age of Sigmar, so it's all like weird magic and stones and stuff.
Yeah, lots of really magical stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be a glowing rune. I've not cut that big bit of sprue out the middle there. I've just noticed. Hello. So Lord Kroak will sit here, and there'll be a skink on the side there, and there'll be some of these circular things. It's bigger than I thought, actually.
Oh, look good, though.
It'll be like a Stargate thing going round it, and it's all Mesoamerican kind of art style. So yeah, so I'll get that built and finished. And you know how it stands on the base? This is the entire connection point for it standing on the base, is that one vine.
Really? That it?
Yeah, that's a positive.
Oh, that's a bit fragile, mate, isn't it?
Well, it's got the rings that go around it. I don't know if they actually attach anywhere, but yeah, it's like that's the one connection point to the. Like a bobblehead.
You're a bobblehead.
So I'm looking forward to painting that.
Oh, happy days.
Stands up by itself.
It's looking good, mate. You're having fun. That's the key. The key,
yeah,
even.
I can't wait to paint it. I've never painted, and I need to point out. I know I tried to show it earlier. There's a tiny lizard there, tiny lizard on a vine.
Yeah.
There's a tiny. Can you see the little tiny lizard inside there?
But yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's a tiny frog the size of a molecule.
Oh mate, you're going to need one of them microscopes, then, geez, aren't you?
Yeah, but the next step I'll do is I've got to add the snack. There's many snacks to put on this.
Yeah.
So I'll be gluing snacks on. Snacks and toads and things.
Nice one.
Yeah. Cool.
Right. Well, folks, I suppose we better wrap up for the night and let you all get off, because it is a school night for the majority of folks out there. Mm-hmm. So massive thanks to all of you for coming in and keeping us two company. It really is nice to be back and back on air doing our thing.
Question for you, Cole. What? Sorry to interrupt you.
You don't normally apologise for interrupting me. Why start now?
It's an important question from Primrose, or whatever I call him. Forgotten now. Gibbs traits.
Peaches.
Crackshot, knows a liar, has rules, often has soft spot for kids. Does Hibbs have the same traits?
Yeah. And I am Denozo. I get the bejesus backhanders around the canister all the time, mate.
You think, Denozo?
Yeah. She looks at Lex and goes, look at him thinking he's in charge. Just totally drains any semblance of masculinity that you thought you had, doesn't it? Yeah, all right, love. I'll just sit there. Yeah, just sit there. Point, love. Just sit there in the corner, as she says, and be quiet. Bless you. He's delusional, she goes. It's like, damn it. Everyone says glad to see you back. Yeah, thanks, like I say, to everyone that reached out and sent you personal messages. It's always nice, and big hugs and lumps were in me throat and all of that lot. And it's good to be back with me sparring partner. So
I've missed you, buddy. I've missed hanging out with my mate.
Yeah, it did worry you a little bit, mate, didn't it? But yeah, once he found out I weren't dead, he was like, I can pick on him now.
Yeah, I could just mock him for his absence instead.
So there you go, folks. But anyway, we'll be back on Friday on my channel, hopefully for a frolic. So I've already put the shows up there, and I've put up one for Sunday. Like I say, I can't guarantee that it'll go on. It depends on how I am on the day, but I put them up in advance. If I then have to pull it at the last minute, don't be alarmed, folks. It's just how I have to do things at the moment.
Yeah.
So, and leave you with that one. Big hugs, big thanks, and all of that lot. And don't forget, folks, eModels.co.uk. Your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. There you go.
We did it together. We did it together.
And for those that have missed it, underneath the Cheers.
Cheers.
Stay safe, folks. Thanks for your support, and we'll
Adios,
see you on the
amigos.
next one. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.